know you.
Hello, that's also working. Okay, we are live. We are live with Roll for Initiative presents Session 13 of Echoes of the Forgotten. We are down a person today due to familial problems. Not problems, that's a bad word. Familial things have come up, that's all. And we are now going to go to Darren, who's going to explain what's going on with the session.
Last time on Echoes, a day of rest and relaxation took place before the ceremonies of renewal and cessation came in full force. Books were read and things were tinkered, and talks were had. The ceremonies themselves began at noon, and the party went all out to look at stalls and play the occasional game. Eventually, the party ended up in the market ring, and some people decided to join in drinking competition, which Anexara did surprisingly well, out-drinking a Goliath and making it to the championship round. Unfortunately, no one was prepared to take on a small fawn woman who destroyed everyone, and a very drunk Nerissa and Anexara settled down to rest their hangovers as night was reaching its peak. Speeches were made by the heads of the Jingadi and Kamashian churches in Ghislaine, talking of the end of the year as well as the births and deaths that happened. Court's name joined the many others that passed that year. Eventually, the night came to an end and everyone woke the next day. A few days of downtime passed where people spent some time together, some studied and tinkered away. Christine thought this would be the best time to go relieve some anxiety and journeyed to the care house in the smoke district. She walked in, and roughly 10 minutes later, she walked out. I wonder what happened inside. At the end of the downtime, the state funeral of Court took place. A procession started in the academy, made its way down one hill in Ghislaine to the smoke district, up the other hill to the castle. A few speeches were given, and with the final one being spoken by Xavier Ghislaine, King of Ghislaine, and Selena and Christine's father. After the speech, he left, and Selena did as well. They both ended up in the garden where they were attempting to control their emotions. A conversation was had where Xavier and Selena said some much-needed words, and eventually you all rejoined the procession as a small group took the empty casket to the Deshane estate where it was buried in the gardens out back. The sun set, words were spoken, food and drink was had, and everyone eventually made their way to their respective beds. And now, as the morning comes, we continue.
Early that night, you all decided that you wish to leave Ghislaine at this point, or at least the city, not the country, and decided to meet up with Chef Girl RD in the morning down at a cafe in the market district, and you all arrived there relatively early in the morning as you begin discussions of where you are going to go.
Who was the one leading us there?
Probably
It's entirely up to you.
Probably Osiris, whoever met Chef Girl RD.
Because it wouldn't have been me at all. I haven't met
Literally
them.
Osiris or Annex could.
Yeah, because I haven't met the person, so I'm assuming I'm just kind of trailing behind a bit. Like most, in a bit of a almost not a lull, almost like just kind of following along, not really saying much, but not really holding like a down tone, just kind of moving.
I will lead the way then, if that's the case. I also would like to apologise that I did not catch up on the previous episode because I had some things happen.
That's all good. It's all good.
Eventually, you make your way down to the cafe where Chef Galadi is waiting there with tea and coffee purchased and ready for the lot of you to converse. It's probably around mid-morning, maybe 10:30 in the morning. It is, let me get the date. It is the 7th, the second sun, the 7th of Crow. That's the wrong date, I hit the wrong button. Okay.
Do we all know where we want to head to at this point? I've spoken to a few people, but not everyone at this point.
I would be more than happy to go where you guys want to go.
Well, as I was speaking to Derisian, there seems to be something amiss in Tide's favor. I thought maybe we could head there, and we kind of need the money at this point.
Look, I understand that, and I'm fine with going to Tides Bay. It's just, I also would like to go to Tell the Roos and Tempest Bay.
We definitely need to get to Andavine at some point so we can meet up with our friend, but it would be nice to be able to get a land burner if we were able to make the money. Otherwise...
Say no more! I take a shot of my coffee, I go I go to the streets, and I start shooting for fucking land burner tickets.
I don't think we're going to be able to make 100 gold each.
It's okay, I'm already halfway there!
Coffee is basically a dark black morning potion.
Wait, it's dark black? Is it an espresso shot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I take the espresso shot. A person who has never had espresso.
It's
and
not
my eyes
espresso!
just
It's
widen.
no.
Pupils dilate.
You guys are at the square. Pretty much, right? That's the square. Tempest Bay is around here.
God.
And Tide's Favor is literally there. Where the cone is.
Oh, I see, so it's
We-
on our
we-
way.
Heading in, if we head towards Tide's favor, we'll be heading towards Tilnaroos.
Also, the circle for Tempest Bay is a bit off, AJ. It's in that, it's almost directly north of Ghislaine if it's to the left.
That one?
That's right, AJ. It's to the
Oh.
left.
Listen, don't ask questions.
Yeah. Basically, exactly where you just put it. That's where Tempest Bay is.
Is
I'd
your
also
friend
like to
always
point
like
out that if we're strapped for cash,
Yeah, they have a map.
the Roche still owes us.
Yeah, that's why we're going to Tell
That
the Roos.
doesn't that still mean we need to get to Zarosh though?
Well, we could walk. It's just, I feel like I don't know what we'll be coming across on our journeys. It might be kind of dangerous. I don't know much about the Great Forest.
It'll
Look.
be the same way that we went last time.
I mean, I can always take another hitch on the back of the land burner.
Last time it was on a land burner, we made it to Zarosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's
I,
fair.
I would like to make it there in time for the Nexus tournament. I do wish to participate.
How long away was that again?
It
I believe a
is
month or so.
a month and a week, 5 weeks.
And how much traveling would that need to get there?
Walking,
A
if you're
lot.
walking from Ghislaine to Tide's Favor to Tilnaroos is probably roughly a month's travel.
So we'd only just get there, and that's only if we're like not taking many stops.
And not making like any detours at certain places.
If we could do this, we could possibly even hire horses.
What is the
What's a
Nexus thing?
horse?
You know what
It's
horse
a
is.
it's a creature with 4 legs. You ride on it.
Oh, so Jakuvra?
It's a bigger, brighter version of you.
I'm not a horse. I'm a kobold. A bigger
I-
version would be what's it
I don't-
called?
Don't mean to interrupt
Dragon.
your discussion for as to which way you're all planning to go, but if it's getting back to a certain place, I could perhaps try and pull some strings with some old contacts of mine.
Uh,
Are these contacts of yours? Are they the savory or unsavory type?
About as bitter as the Biden's drink over there.
Hmm. Ah, okay. I think I might be able to help you with that.
It would just mean I'd have to try and find some sort of messenger bird or some way to get in contact with them.
well, if we do start traveling towards either Tempest Bay or Tide's Favor, we could possibly do that on the way, and that way we can possibly make a little bit of money on the side, and it could make it easier to travel, if that's what everyone wants. But I just think, yeah, if we're out here now, we kind of need to start trying to save up money, and I guess we don't really have anyone to fall back on.
Okay, I think I had this sort of planned out, but how about this? Ready? Everybody gathering, and sort of usher everybody to go to a little huddle over the table.
No,
I
I'm not
hope nobody
joining.
moves.
I'm not
Do I
joining
have to
in.
touch that thing?
Selena's
it's
like
fine.
sort of walks forward and huddles and then realizes no one else is and then looks really embarrassed.
Is there anybody in this town that you don't particularly like that is extremely wealthy?
You talking about stealing?
What? No, it's a business acquisition.
Nerisian, no, that's a bad idea.
Well, actually, you might be onto something. If it's from the people that aren't innocent, I would be down.
Yes, of course, not innocent, not like I wouldn't steal from a priest.
I would
I
hope you
just-
wouldn't.
I mean, I feel like as well, if you even try to attempt that in Ghislaine, you're probably going to be set back by a lot of things.
Yes.
The magic capital of the continent.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I've already been sent to prison a couple times. It's not that much they can do to me right now.
Personally, I would like to leave as soon as we could. I'm kind of done with this at this point.
Fair enough. If no one's interested, we'll just
I do not know really of what it is people want to do. I don't really. I mean, at this point, I don't know what I want to do.
This place.
Debatable.
Like to see some of the places we haven't been.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
At this point, I want everyone to roll perception.
Oh,
I fail.
I don't.
You really don't.
11, middle of the road.
Oh boy.
Nerisian,
we're off to a great start.
Nerisian and Osiris, you notice that there seems to be a small glow coming from a bag that Christine's got on.
How shiny is the glow?
Sort of subdued, as if like you had a torch wrapped in like cloth.
Nerisian will,
left of
Nerisian will slowly and stealthily shift his eyes to the shiny and drool at the mouth a little bit. Shiny.
Yeah, she just sort of like, again, is just staying there. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I do want to leave, but I mean, I don't know. Like, it's hard.
Also, it might be very stupid to ask at this point, but due to the fact that you all came to meet up with me before discussing this, I assume I'm allowed to come along.
Well, I suppose we do have a vacancy to fill.
I didn't see a problem with another travel companion.
How are you stealing the shiny?
I have mage hand,
You do have mage hand.
He does have mage
How are you
hand.
doing
and it is invisible because I am an arcane trickster.
Cool.
Would I still make the perception disadvantage, or?
You're against your passive is what I'm dealing with.
Okay, then yeah, no. I'm fucked.
You see Osiris, you see as her bag lifts open and this glowing rock appears floating in the air and then it slowly moves towards Nerisian like under the table.
I just found this. Christine, it was shining in your bag, and I put it on the table in front of Christine.
Do I know what it is?
You would, but as you touch it, Dimitri, you hear, "It's Bralov from Andivine. Zarosha's back and waiting. Apparently you have my payment from him. I would love to talk. I'm in Tel Nerus. Thanks." And then the light sort of dims, but it's still glowing.
You bastard. What is it?
Oh,
It's a sending stone. The one that you received from Belov.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I forgot about that thing.
Only Norisian heard that, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, he was thinking
Yeah.
about. Okay.
Okay.
he really heard
You
that.
guys, I suggest we go to Antavine.
Is that
Zarosha's
my-
right there.
Is
From,
that the ascending stone?
Yes. Yes, it is.
She just like quickly looks at her bag, sees it open, checks to see if
It's
anything else has
closed.
been stolen.
You
Oh no,
see,
she's
just before we go in the rambling, as Dimitri is like as Nursing's finished up this like diatribe, like we should go here. You say that after like 5 seconds of him talking, and then fades and turns to this dull grey rock.
Oh wait, could I have replied to that?
That's what
yes,
you
she
did.
could have.
You just replied.
Okay.
Bralov is probably going to be quite confused as to those words you just
What
said.
did he actually say then?
Every word he just said was just said across back.
Oh,
Hey, look.
who did you say that was?
Braylov, the elephant man.
Oh, Brolov. Okay, so
I do have business.
the Zerosh was back.
Yes.
That
I've
would be
got
nice
some
to
questions
have.
for that man.
I take the
Yes.
stone back. Let's take it back and put it in my bag.
Yeah, sorry, force of habit. I got to sharpen my trade, you know.
Don't do that.
Well, I
Do
guess
it-
there's 2 reasons to go back to Anderson.
Do it again, and you will regret it.
Honestly,
not-
I'd rather.
Do this to me now.
Tensions seem high amongst your group. I,
Onward to tell the roost, and I get up and I start walking.
It's not always like this, I promise. We've just had a bad week.
So where you walking, Dimitri?
To tell the roost.
So you,
Actually, I'll go to Z's first to let him know that we're leaving.
okay, you start walking. If anyone's following you, they see you go up to this sort of component store in the market district.
I'm probably gonna end up not following in. If we're about to leave, I'd probably head back and say goodbye to Father.
I think I will go with her to see Aki because I want to speak to him before we leave as well.
Do I know how expensive horses are?
You are in a major trading city, so you could probably find
That's
out
75
if you
gold.
Don't know.
At least.
Horse.
Depends
Okay.
on the type of horse, doesn't it?
So a riding horse is 75 gold. Draft horses, which are going to be more akin to like carrying weight and excess things, have got 50. You, because you are a giant turtle,
Probably need a
will
warhorse.
probably need either a more expensive draft horse or a war horse to carry you, and war horses are 400 gold.
Oh,
How much is a goat?
Okay, forget
Just
I brought
ride
it
on
up.
the back.
Goats are
Horse.
probably around
Yes.
25 gold. They're pretty useful for a bunch of things, so they're not super cheap.
What about a donkey or a mule?
50 gold.
Right on the front with Selena. She'll take you.
Well,
So let me get this
seeing-
correct. A war horse is worth 4 land burner trips.
Yes.
Yes. They are
yes.
very expensive.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it technically be cheaper to get a cart and a couple
Oh.
of draft horses?
A donkey is apparently 8 gold. My apologies.
They like. A
I
carriage
want the
with-
donkey.
I mean, with a cart, we could probably just have.
Just implying a cart would probably be the cheaper route if you're after it.
Yeah.
A donkey and a cart. Let's go.
But yes, I'm just going to look to Cyrus before he walks off, presume he is.
He's currently sort of just there in thought, thinking about how to make this trip easier.
Okay, well. Mr. Osiris, was it?
It was.
Yes, while your group is sorting out their stuff before you leave, I'm just gonna go say my goodbyes to my boss and that here. You,
Very well.
we'll meet up. Where would you like to meet up? Just so I know.
The city gates seem an apt place.
Very well. See you there in presumably an hour.
I will see you then.
and I will walk off to go say my goodbyes.
As she's walking off, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
God, he's got tools now.
Okay. What is? Okay, so wait, let me. Can you read out Detect Thoughts for me just for a second, just so I know what the general spell is?
For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast the spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature you can see within 30 feet of you.
Any one creature. Okay, making sure you don't start getting. That's at the start. It seems to be a cavalcade of different voices going in your head. You hear.
I will quickly cut in. It is a very important thing. Initially, he only learns surface thoughts.
Yes.
He has to first beat a wisdom saving throw
for deep
to learn deep thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mostly as soon as she mentioned like her bosses or whoever she's going to say bye to.
As this is a cavalcade of things, you just hear different voices coming in. As you're still learning how to control it quickly, but you've still got the speed down. The last thing you hear before listening to Chef Girl ID is, I want to travel with the kitty coming from Annex, and then you zone in, blocking everything else. And what is Chef Girl ID's surface thoughts?
I wonder if the boss would actually like to know about this party. Maybe they'll ask why I'm leaving. Ooh, I'll prepare my tea to make him forget. Literally along those lines.
Cool.
Sort of carefree, just happy to leave.
I will not probe further.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so is anyone okay. We have three scenes. Cyrus potentially buying stuff, Dimitri talking to Z, and then the girls to Arky.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first to get mine over and done with.
Cool.
Yeah.
You eventually make it to one of the many exits of the city. You go out for a little bit and you make your way down to a farmhouse that's probably maybe half an hour to 45 minutes down the road. Eventually you come to this place and you see that it's also a husbandry section where you can buy a myriad of animals, including horses, mules, and all the like. They also do have carts for sale as well.
Yeah, I will go in and inquire about these things.
You are greeted by a... Can't use elves. This my brain fucking goes to now. You see a tiefling woman. She's seemingly grooming a sheep in preparation for something. As you walk up, she's like, "Oh, hello. May I help you?"
Good morning. Yeah, I'm interested in a cart and maybe a couple of horses to pull it for a journey.
Okay, let's get you suited. How many people are in your party?
6?
6. And is anyone... sorry, this is just to calculate how many you need. Is there anyone around your weight? You look rather large. And sorry, just...
I believe I am the biggest of my entire group.
Okay, well then. You see her. She's like finishes with the sheep. She calls in a farmhand. She leads you over to the wagons, and she's like looking at a lot of them, seeing which one's the most like reliable for the lot. She eventually picks one that seems to be able to seat 8, and is like, for 8, you'll probably need around 4 horses. Asking
I don't think I'm
Darren.
gonna have enough money for all this.
4 draft horses, yes. You'll probably need 4 of our bigger girls, and she looks over to the draft horses with the large wagon. So it's roughly probably around 250 gold total.
Including the cart?
Yep.
That that sounds more than pleasurable.
When do you need it by?
About an hour's time, if possible.
Alright, I will get this all settled up and ready for your departure in an hour. I'll be down by the end of the road near my farm, and you'll be able to take it from there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I will hand over the money.
Okay. You see as she then starts gathering her strongest looking horses and ready to set up your cart with them. As we...
I imagine I will also need feed and everything for it, so...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can chat. I think feed is just the same as rations, so all that stuff. So 5 silver one day.
Oh, I've got so much math.
Actually, feed is 5 copper per day.
Oh, feed is 5 copper per day, so then...
Oh, that's way fucking better.
We have so many bloody prices and items right now.
So yeah, it'll probably be... it'll be 1 gold. No. It'll be 2 silver per day for all 4 horses. So buy as much as you want. As we will jump over to... We'll do the heavy stuff last. We'll go with Neresian.
Alright, so I go up to find C.
And see as he's beginning his shift, he's sweeping the store. Hey.
What's up? Not much, about to leave soon.
Cool.
Got any scrap?
No.
Okay.
He's sort of like, she's like giving you dagger eyes as you're talking about this deal in the store.
Oh, yeah, right. Why don't you go on break?
No.
Fair enough. See ya.
Bye.
And I give him a little salute, flip him the bird, and I go off to find a donkey.
You just hear, fucking idiot, as you leave. You eventually found another... You either find the same husbandry place...
Yeah, I'm gonna go find the same husbandry place.
As you're walking... as you're walking down, you see Osiris walking back.
Hi, buddy, how's it going?
Quite well, actually. What brings you out here?
I want a donkey.
You don't need a donkey.
I want a donkey.
You don't need a donkey.
I go buy a donkey.
I'd like to cast suggestion, which I don't have.
Wrong person's
You
there.
see the same tiefling woman. You express your desire for a donkey.
I would like to walk back behind him, and as he's ordering, come in the door and say, "Do not sell this person anything."
Make a persuasion check. And Dimmy, if you want to still convince them to sell your donkey, make a persuasion check. It's persuasion versus persuasion. That was perception.
I'm gonna use my
Sorry, they all
advantage.
start with P's and everything.
Go
You
ahead.
spend your inspiration on this.
Go, use your inspiration. Well, if he's with your group, I don't really see the need in him owning a separate animal.
No, I agree.
I just want to... He never lets me have anything, this man. I want
Yeah.
donkey.
Neresian, you hear in your head, cut it out.
God.
Do I recognize the voice in my head?
Yes.
Yes.
I then put the 2 gold pieces and say, "For your troubles," and I leave.
She hands Cyrus 4 gold pieces back. Then,
Put it towards feed.
Okay. Alright. So, she's left bewildered about what the fuck just happened.
I'll then leave
Mm-hmm.
with Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted a donkey, man. Come on, what's the problem here?
And I just want you to listen.
Well, I am. Go ahead.
Good. I have organized a horse and cart, 4 horses and a cart. It's all been paid for. It's all being organized.
Okay. Cool. You could have just told me that before I wanted to go buy a donkey.
You walked off before I had a chance to say anything.
Speak faster, buddy.
You hear in your head, how about I just speak differently?
Oh, get out of my head, you weird magic man. I love you, but not now.
Oh my god.
Right.
And I will wait where the horse and cart would be available to pick up, and I will say to Nerisian, if you want to go and find the others and tell them what has been organised.
Okay. I'll wander off.
Mm-hmm.
Once out of eye shot, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self and turn myself into a gnome.
Mm-hmm.
Come back and ask for a donkey.
Do you have a gold for a donkey?
Yeah.
Then you buy yourself a donkey.
Stubborn shit.
As I leave and I see Osiris, I'm riding on the back of the donkey. I've got like a little bit of rep in its mouth.
You're riding on a donkey without bit or bridle, no saddle, no feed to give it. You're riding on a donkey.
Yeah.
I would like to think I'm intelligent enough to put 2 and 2 together that a small creature just went and bought the exact same thing Nerisian wanted, and I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts on this person.
Can you do that more than once a day for free?
Yes, I can expend a spell slot.
Okay, yep, go ahead. What is Nerisian's incoming, like, soft thoughts?
Oh, look at that turtle, man. He's fucking staring at me. Bastard doesn't even realize I bought a donkey. It'll be a great show for my performance. I'll train this donkey. I'll be the best bad ever. Now I need some bells.
You hear in your head, I know everything you do, Nerisian. Every move you make. So you be careful with the decisions that you choose to make.
God?
I don't get responses. This is a one-way thing.
Okay.
And I will sit down quietly and play my instruments while I wait for everything to be organized.
I'll then walk back into town on the back of my donkey.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring out the flute. I'll bring out the doodah, and I'll start playing atop the back of the donkey, as if some grand herald has arrived into town.
You start playing on the donkey. Once you let go of the rope, it stops moving. It's not very interesting. It's just you playing on a donkey, Sorrel performance.
You know,
People give you the fucking weirdo.
I continue. I'll walk up to the high districts at the back of a donkey.
You take the donkey through the smoke district. It starts to choke,
It keeps walking. 'cause
but
the
it
donkey.
keeps walking because you're in charge, and eventually you make your way to the high district. The guards look at you, asking for identification or access to be in the city, realizing that there's a small kobold riding a donkey through the smoke district. Donkeys don't usually come up this far.
I show them the thing that Arky gave us that allows us lodgings temporarily.
Fucking Okay. And let you into the High District, into the Spark District, where eventually you make your way to the Scholarly District, where...
Is this a girl donkey or a boy donkey?
Dice is being rolled.
It's a girl donkey.
We did it, Lucille. We're in the big city now.
As we jump back 45 minutes ago, as the two girls make their way to the Scholarly District.
That was an absolute trial. Oh my god. Alright.
As Christine goes up to her room and gets her stuff, you then would probably wait for her or go with her, and then you'll.
She probably have been hearing like people have been like wanting to like leave and stuff, and she would have probably spent a bit of the morning like half preparing, like trying to force herself to do it, but also like stops, thinks about it, and forces herself to do it again, and so on. So it's like half prepared already
Yeah.
before being dragged away to the tea shop.
You get up, you finish the rest of your thing with either Selena waiting for you or her help.
It's up to her.
If she was okay with me going in her room,
She's fine with it.
she'd be like you, but like hesitantly. She doesn't want to like touch your things if
Yeah.
you're not cool
What-
with that.
One thing I do want to do is I actually do want to sort of take a few of my books on my table, just more writing material, because I feel like at this point I'm probably starting to run out.
Yeah.
Um,
Resupply on ink and books to write in.
yeah, and yeah, she doesn't have many possessions. Like you could probably even see, like even the shelf that she has, it's all just covered in like more scrolls, more books, like nothing of really major value. So she just sort of has her base clothes in there, resupplying books, and she's probably already done.
Something sentimental that you want to take. I packed fairly light. I'm more than happy to carry some things if you don't have space.
No, I have plenty of space. I don't really have a whole lot to take with me.
I know Court didn't really give you much of a choice when we left originally. I just want you to know that if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. No one's telling you to. But I don't want to push you into anything.
If I'm honest, part of me really doesn't. Part of me wants to meld myself back into my studies and just forget everything.
It's a scary world out there. And
Yeah.
he put a lot of pressure on you.
But I promised him. Well, not to him, but I made a promise that I want to help. I don't want to. I want to stay, but I just want to help.
Hard. Leaving everything behind is hard. Just if you're going, it's because you want to do it, not because someone's making you do it.
I want to help you,
Thank you.
and I don't want to lose what I have gained.
Kind of like blushes and sort of keeps packing stuff.
I've just never have had really family, so
I know what
I
you
don't-
mean.
I don't want to let go of that.
You don't have to. We can go and do this, and we can get this silly Diverging trials out of the way, and we can go and do something else with our lives.
Yeah.
Alright, we got everything. I guess we need to go and speak to Aki now.
Would I know what like with what time it is, like where he would roughly be?
Probably
Like-
in his office.
Okay,
He doesn't teach
Yeah.
classes on the second day.
good. Then I'd just sort of lead her in that rough direction.
You go down one annoyingly large tower to go up another.
Yep.
Eventually, when
Like
you
that.
reach the door, you see as some other elderly wizard seems to leave his room, bumping into you. You know
Oh.
this is one of your teachers. She seems to be a water genasi, probably in her early 60s. She taught you like basic magic stuff, like
Yeah.
formulae and all that.
She sort of has that recognition, but doesn't really say much. Like she has that look of like, oh, I know you, but like again, just no words.
Yeah, she seems to nod at you and then leaves you in the front of this oaken door.
I sort of put my hand up, like to not hesitate for a good while, and then I just knock on it.
Come in.
She tries to take a step forward, hesitates again a little bit, forces herself through the door.
Right, you come on in. You see that he seems to be sitting at a desk. He seems to be doing a bunch of paperwork, parchment work, etc. Sees the two of you. As he does, you see as the pen continues to write. As he claps his hands and two seats are manifested forward in front of you. Come, sit.
Yeah, she takes a seat.
Same.
I assume by your appearance you are ready to leave?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's just kind of like stumbling over herself in words.
Is something the matter, Christine?
I'm having a lot has been in my mind recently, and I wish I could say more. I really do wish. But I honestly think that I don't know. It's so hard for me to explain any of this without conflicting myself or like feeling like something's wrong with anything I'm saying, but I am going to be going. I doesn't sound right for me to say it, but I am going to be going, and I don't know how long I'll be gone for this time.
That's reasonable. I hope that you find what you're looking for out there.
I don't think I will. Something I need. There's a pool for it to be here, but I can't. I just can't. Being here is too much.
That's fine. You can come back at any time when you think you're strong enough. Just
I
push yourself.
don't know if I'll ever be though.
You will be.
There's a
No.
lot of world out there to see.
Indeed.
It's a lot of experience to get.
From what I've heard, you've only visited, the major city of all the known. You've got outer lands to explore, I guess. Seems to be like thinking.
I want to help, but I feel like at this point we're just not strong enough to be able to help with the problems that are here. but I want to be able to help in the future.
Then leaving and growing in strength and knowledge is the best you can do at the moment.
Will you be okay?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but I will make sure that your father is safe. As long as he's in control, then they shouldn't be able to try anything. And if...
Do I need a roll?
Hmm?
No, I seen the combat tracker when I walked in, never mind.
If there is a need, you know, if the worst comes to happen, I'll make sure Nathaniel is safe.
Thank you. Please, if anything does go wrong, will you contact us?
I will do my very best to do so, yes.
I have just a few things I do want to say though.
Mm.
If he, the king, if he asks about me, don't tell him anything. I don't want him to know. I don't want him to know anything about me.
He looks like he's going to say something there, but then apts to not say anything.
I can already kind of tell he doesn't, and I don't know if I want it any other way.
Understandable.
I might leave you two to talk alone if you'd like. I'll just be waiting downstairs. Take as long as you need. And
Okay.
thank you for everything.
It's been a pleasure, Princess.
And just walks out.
It's just the two of you. Yep.
Can I be able to ask one more thing?
Anything?
I don't know if you've heard. I haven't really said anything. But Court's sword managed to someone I don't know came in and took it. It's all I can think about. It's just, the main thing on my mind is who that person was. I don't know anything, but I could just feel shifts in my environment as he just moved around almost with teleportation.
Describe him. You don't actually have to,
Yeah, she gives a description, the short, brown, black? I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but yeah, she just gives the description out.
I met man when he was 20 years old. That description is similar to a Cortes chain, but...
That's what's on my mind, but it doesn't make sense to me. It just...
I'll give some thought on it, but considering what that blade was and what it allowed him to do, I don't know if I can give a correct answer.
Okay. Another thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you manage to somehow find it, locate it, anything, at least find out why it was taken.
I will do my best. I need to quickly have a look at my spell book to make sure I can cast that spell.
I need to make sure I know I have these spells.
Wizards can cast this spell. It is all good.
Oh my god, a wizard can do this. Let me look at my spell book. The entire spell list.
Yeah, he looks at he just leans off the door and says, similar but different. could be someone from his homeland, but he was cagey about that, and he literally just appeared in the middle of the Armada.
Huh?
Called. He appeared. He didn't come here natural means. He, bam, boomf, middle of the fight.
From my own knowledge, that wasn't in my letters, was it? I don't believe it, though.
If
The
it's,
Banff part.
if it's not, you know it now.
Yeah. Okay.
He, whenever we brought it up with him, he never seemed to have an answer for it. He might not even be from this material plane.
I mean, in the letters mentioned his town he used to live in when he was young, but I sort of just hand over the first page of the letter because it's in my backpack still. I haven't burnt any of them.
He gives a note. He notes the name down.
Yeah. It's,
Another thing that's interesting. I'll look for it.
God, she's holding out the thing. Does she do it? Does she do it? No, she won't. She'll take. Yeah, so once he's done with it, she'll take the letter back. She'll.
You should probably burn that, like he asks. At least that one. If he's given you more, I can read them and transcribe them to you later. I'm able to remember things for a decent period of time.
I don't know if I can show you one of them. I would not be able to live myself if anything happened.
That's understandable. It's fair.
I know that I should. I probably really, really should. But I don't want to take that risk anymore.
That's fair. Just the longer that note, or those notes, you've mentioned there's more than one, exist, the more information that other people can get a hold of if you're not careful with it. If you can't bring yourself to burn it, put it somewhere where no one else can get it.
I don't know where it's the only thing left I have. I just don't know what to do with it, or if I should get rid of it, or
He
or
grabs
what.
you by the shoulders, and as he sees it, it may not be what you want to hear, but you may have to let it go.
You're right. She then will take out the envelope with the letters inside. And what will she do? She will conjure up a sort of red flame with a firebolt spell, and then she'll just kind of mold it over the letter as the flame probably turns from her emotions from like a bright orangey red to like a almost bluish black.
Seems a little concerned when that happens, but he doesn't say anything.
Yeah. And yeah, she'll burn all the letters.
Okay.
I wouldn't have to delete that from my inventory. She just sort of stands there quietly.
He goes in for a hug, even if you don't reciprocate.
She will. She will. Like, she's close to tears, but not there yet.
Arky dies.
don't actually have that
Might
extra
be a
view.
9th level caster, but he has 5 HP. He rolled really
Like-
bad.
He has -4 con.
Eventually, as he embraces you, he's like, "Now, go explore the world and come back when you can fight me. Or challenge me, or whatever you want to do."
She smiles. I don't think I can be able to do that well, but I'll try.
He nods.
Thank you.
Be well, child.
I'll see you soon, Father.
He nods. He sort of stands like towards a window looking out as you go to leave.
Mm.
The whole time the pen seemingly continuing on working on his paperwork for him.
I need to learn that spell.
Eventually the two of you go down and you see Nerisian being like circled by a bunch of students as he's duding a horn on top of a meal that he's bought.
Oh, good. Oh, God.
You said you were doing this outside the library.
Yes.
Would I have
Oh
been able
my-
to do that in the library?
You would.
Yes.
Why would I do it inside the library?
You're
I
not
said
allowed to do that
outside.
inside. Yeah, she can hear it from inside the library.
You're a
I'm
maniac.
kind of just sitting there, like, waiting for Christine, just like.
Students of all ages, young and old, freshmen and sophomores, and that last one. I'm not a student. I don't know. Today marks the day of your first day or last day into wizardry or the arcane, and I hereby
Go
wish
away.
you good luck.
It's
Fuck
test
off, I'm
season!
giving a
Go
speech.
away!
Go do your exams, you piece of shit.
I would if I could study, but someone's being a loud dickhead outside!
Am I running into the scene at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine I make my way down. I see Nerisian doing all this. If I were to cast Misty Step to shunt him off of his animal, would I technically be able to catch him by surprise? Like using the momentum I'm using from moving forward to push him off as I Misty Step, like as a tackle.
Yeah, you could. I don't know if Misty Step works like you're quickly traveling through, not just.
That's what I'm asking because I don't know.
And
Like
figure
I've had Misty Step work in many different ways before.
You could bamf behind him and then do it. Because it's not like the appearance of Misty Step makes noise. You turn into mist, then reappear as mist elsewhere. The disappearance is what makes the noise.
It's not
Okay.
like.
You wouldn't be able to dive and then
Yeah.
reappear diving and still tackle someone.
I don't think it works like Ruby.
Okay.
In Ruby, where she can be a bolt of flowers or whatever she
I
does.
wasn't thinking of that. But that's cool.
As you going to do stuff, you hear as the librarian's like, "Everyone, go back inside, please. The first years, your test will be soon. Everyone else, please go study." You see as a bunch of the students start to walk away.
Nerisian, you've got to stop. You have no idea how idiotic and disrespectful you're being right now.
Idiots and disrespectful. That's a new one.
Nerisian, this is an academy.
Never been to an academy.
No shit.
Go. Let's just go.
Oh yeah, Osiris has arranged transport for us.
Okay. All right.
This is my transport. Her name is Lucille. She is a donkey. I
Hey.
did give Lucille a pat on the head.
Motherfucker's lucky I don't have suggestion.
She's a.
As you continue
She's what
talking,
she's-
Nerisian's voice stops and his mouth continues to speak, as the librarian's just staring at him.
Do I sense a silent spell in the area?
Yep.
All right. Let's just
Okay.
go. Let's just go. She's like starts walking away.
I don't hear you.
Oh, and she's doing this? Fine. I will cast Minor Illusion.
Can you cast
And I will
minor
make the
illusion?
sound of a dragon flying
Minor
above the
illusion-
goddamn city.
Is minor illusion
Does minor
not
illusion
verbal
require
components?
verbal?
Somatic and material.
My god.
And where
Or
you
she
can
counterspelled it.
she'll counterspell your cantrip. That's how fucking sick of you she is.
Lena's just walked off at this point.
I then turn around and walk out of the silence.
Just fuming, like, in the silence sphere. Just like, why? Why do you have to do this?
Eventually, you will travel down the weary road towards Tide's Favor. I'm assuming.
I wish to be as dignified as I possibly can, walking through the Spark District atop a donkey with two
Well,
fine maidens either side of me.
Roll charisma. You,
Side.
you,
Get as dignified as you can be atop a donkey.
you think you are. You think you're as dignified as you can be. Who knows if everyone else thinks that.
The temptation to just literally do anything is strong.
Eventually, you all get down to the caravan. The 4 horses are handed over to you. She seems to be explaining how to command them to move and stuff to Osiris. As stable hands seem to drop the bags of feed into the cart. As the 6 of you begin your
I wish to
trek.
purchase some additional feed for the donkey.
You purchase additional feed for your donkey as the
Very
5
good, because he wasn't getting any of what I'd prepared.
as the 5 of you in the carriage and Lucian plodding behind on Lucille head in which way?
We all decide on Tide's favor, or
Yeah, Tide's favor.
I don't think we decide, but I'm assuming Tide's favor.
Tide's favor it is.
As your heads over to Tide's favor, I think with an hour in, we'll quickly take our first break.
Okay.
Lucille will be the best mount.
He's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, Lucille's
Oh,
gonna
well.
die.
Lucille.
she doesn't deserve this.
No, she doesn't, but... Lucille does it.
In this story.
It's all about the company you keep.
So
Yeah.
were
I
you
keep
guys,
the company of an ass.
so you guys, were you like annoyed when we re-met up?
No, just...
Just curious.
Oh, those two, yeah. How was Christine and Lucian? How are they? Christine, Selena.
I think I can sum up the perfect thing. Just give me like 5 minutes to make a meme.
Alright, I'll be back in a bit myself. Get some
It's-
stuff.
5 silver pieces a day for rations, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Just doing a quick bit before I forget.
I think I
That
still
brings me
had
up
some
to
rations
15.
enough to get to Tide's favor, so that was fine for me.
Selena wasn't annoyed. She's just more of like a trying not to make the group look like
It's
silly
actually
train
kind
wreck.
of fun just being clueless to the rest of the party.
I mean, I think Christine is just... She probably was throughout the trip, just really annoyed, but when she like got to like the gate, she would have just tried to sort of push all that back and just look forward instead of looking back. I also like to imagine that like actually like getting on to the cart and like all that probably took a lot longer than it needed to for her. Just like sort of looking back towards the Scholarly District.
Hmm.
And to like the castle as well, most likely. Looking at both. So
Darren,
you probably,
still
you
here?
probably saw that.
Always.
Did you put this in my inventory?
Which thing?
This thing. The thing. The 12.1 thing.
A thing.
I can't see your inventory, so just type it to me in chat.
If you can't see your inventory, how would he put it in?
Probably was
He's
AJ.
also got-
That was definitely AJ.
Alright, cool.
You
Cool.
spelled
It's
the
always
character's
AJ.
name wrong.
What?
Because I just seen it.
It's got 2 R's, isn't it? It's supposed to be 1 R?
The Rishi can spell his name however he wants
Yeah.
to.
Good job.
Nursing can spell.
He's
Probably
got
not.
18 intelligence. He should know how to spell.
That's fair.
How do you not know where an academy is?
Okay, so out of this picture, Selena is the curly head kid at the front.
Because I think any academy you
Todd.
try to get into is probably kicked out of.
We've got a strictly no. Oh, I'm blanking on the word.
The kobolds?
Obnoxious policy.
No obnoxion.
This is some good tea. It's warm.
I'm not drink right now.
Mm.
Hint, hint, hint.
Hint,
I'm
hint.
busy
Yeah,
It's
that must be
thirst.
fun.
I'm
Hint,
busy
hint.
stuff up, sorry.
Ah, I did myself.
Fine, then.
It's fine.
I was genuinely tempted to use one of my morsels to give Ninarisian to see how he'd like it. He'd only have to succeed on an intelligence save. It just would have been amusing, that's all.
Sorry if you
I'm
don't
really
me,
liking
I'm
this
very...
detect thoughts.
What detect thoughts?
Might detect thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you're aware, I'm just... I was literally just going to say goodbye to the cafe owner.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't poison him, I swear.
Totally.
I love the fact that me and AJ write so many bloody notes to each other that when we try to find something we didn't save, it's impossible.
Where is it?
This is why you pin
It's
things.
just of your own doing.
We pin things, but we forget to pin other things, and we think we copy them, and then we don't copy them. And now I'm like 6 months back on our Discord tracker at this point, trying to find something.
Oh God.
That's right.
It's not 6 months back. It's like 2 weeks back. I still can't find it.
You should have had your own private Discord group, which was just for Echo's notes. That way you could have all that information there, and then your own bullshit chat in a different thing.
I mean, if you know the rough words you're looking for, you can literally search for it. That's why Discord has a search function.
I just found it. It took me. I had to find the keywords. And yeah, that was using the search function. I was unable to find it.
Oh. Yeah, just don't search for the word "the," because I imagine that would come up a bit.
Listen, you gotta remind the fact that me and AJ, like, Arc 1 was like 80 pages of notes.
And how many "the"s were in there?
Only quite a few.
How many?
Not as many as the phrase "make Kimmy sad."
Okay, chill. Come on. Come on.
Hello, munchies.
Well, I got my sad out early. All right.
It's okay.
I don't have to look at Gislin anymore.
Are you sure? It's on a map. Just find a map. You can look at it.
Just
Don't
cut
have
it
to
off.
look at. No.
Let's get rid of it. It doesn't exist.
Well, it
Okay,
doesn't exist
so
to me anymore.
Every map you find, you're just gonna take a dagger and just cut out that section of the map.
Yeah.
Yep. Now
Okay.
we'll get some stickers and we'll just cover it.
Mhm.
Just cover the blight off the face of the earth.
Yeah, no,
Listen, I'm going to make the worst city.
like without any context for you guys, this is more for Darian. Realizing where the party is now versus where Jakufri is, I'm seeing what you're getting at.
I told you the fact that it could take a month. Like, it could be.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
months.
no, I didn't doubt that. It was just like, I see what you mean.
Listen, you survived the session 0, and at this point, they've almost caught up to you in date. So it's possible we'll do another side session for Jakova at some point. But yeah, it's gonna be a long time.
Honestly, I
Let's get away
probably wouldn't stress over doing one for a while.
Yeah, we'll wait
Unless
till
it's
the
absolutely
party
important.
actually has a direction, more like has made more progress.
Just to be
That's the
clear,
thing.
Telnorus was where we started, wasn't it?
And Divine was where you
And
started.
Okay,
And
I
Divine.
might have misworded that when I was trying to mess. I heard Telnorus and I was like, that's the direction they're going. It's not wrong.
No, it's like same area, isn't it? A couple of
I
days
mean,
travel.
and Divine.
It's part of the Amarisian Empire, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, that's all I needed.
You guys are just jealous of my swagger.
Huh? Don't know you.
Sure. Sure, buddy.
Look at the fucking chat.
What about it?
You will be coherent out when you want to be Homer Simpson.
Fair enough.
I'm just disappointed, Dimitri.
No,
So
you're
wait,
not.
in this
No,
case,
you're not.
are
You knew this was gonna happen.
So in this case, are you putting Osiris as what's his name's dad?
Millhouse's dad.
Yeah.
Okay, so Osiris is an old divorced man.
Well,
Oh,
divorced
I'm not
by
wrong,
one
am I?
sense of the word.
oh.
I'm not getting back
Stings.
to that.
You think it stings?
It's fine. He'll get back at me later, I'm sure.
I think it's funny.
I ride a donkey.
Mhm. And in the first image you've got there, who's who?
Narisian is Homer, and the rest of the party is everybody else.
No, I'm asking you to be specific here.
I gotta be the short one, okay?
Well, no. Steen's obviously Midge.
Fucking Midge, god fucking damn it, Dimitri.
Osiris is Ned Flanders. Todd is Maud Flanders. Selena's Maud Flanders.
He doesn't look angry. He doesn't look angry.
Darian and AJ are both Todd and Bart. And
You're having too much fun with this.
yes, I am. It's gonna be just like the fucking hunk of iron, and so far I've used it.
Yeah, no, unfortunately I'm not around to steal that from you at the moment.
Please upgrade it to something else and then
Yeah, I've updated it from hunk of iron to donkey.
God, and Jakubra steals the donkey.
Why didn't you call your donkey Hunk of Iron?
Jakubra eats the donkey.
Because it's a girl, and iron is not a girl's name. Lucille is.
Okay, we'll just replace the word hunk and change it to something of iron.
You see, the plan is to turn the hunks of iron I've got into bells, and make the donkey wear the bells.
So everyone's down for Jakubra to steal the donkey in the future, yeah?
No.
It's probably not going to make it that far.
No. It's gonna get attached to it and then she'll cry if anything happens.
Lightning strikes, only Lucille dies.
She'll have like a little burial and
Look,
little funeral for her.
if it was allowed, and I had the book on me, I'd fucking make it my familiar. But no.
If you aren't paying enough attention, your donkey could theoretically get hunted.
The donkey didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, the donkey can create emergency
It's just following orders, man. Come on.
Oh no.
Look up, the donkeys have 11 hit
I'm
points.
back.
Honestly, with 2 hits, I could probably take that out in one go.
Most things could. It has 11
Yeah.
hit points. There's one more hit point than a commoner.
I don't have offensive spells.
Actually, wait,
Yes,
wait,
you
wait.
do.
Let me
He's
roll-
got
let me
one,
roll
and it
something.
takes real offense to it.
Oh, good.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was curious if it would have enough to take out a donkey. At max damage, it would.
That helped, Darian.
I found it.
Found it?
So
Yeah,
theoretically,
okay.
it's possible to kill the donkey with brain freeze.
Okay.
Sorry. I know he's on the potential day of reuniting. It's gonna be one hell of a fucking story session.
Apparently there's a new Hunter x Hunter season. I'm pretty sure the Hunter x Hunter stuff
Oh,
finished with the manga.
really? That could be kind of cool. I do like that.
All right, seems like everyone's here because I'm always someone X's out there one.
Yeah, no, I do that on purpose.
All right, we'll get back to it then.
Alrighty then. So, as I finish my food, I will read this thing. So, as you leave Ghislaine, passing through the smoke and the merchant ring, and start out along the road to Tide's Favour, the rolling hills of Ghislaine, the nation, stretch out into the distance. Occasionally, you see a scattering houses off the path. There aren't many villages in Ghislaine, as some of its residents lack isolation, so they spread all over the land, leaving small splatterings of houses here and there. Wayside inns alongside the travel roads, vineyards, and farms in the distance. If you all prefer to stay in an inn a couple days, for one day as you're traveling, it's going to be about 1 gold for each of you for bed and food for the night. So this is for the first day, so it's up to you if you want to spend 1 gold now for the first day or not.
What does everyone else want to do?
Might as well. It'll be our last bit of enjoyment before we hit the road.
I mean, that's fair. If everyone else is in agreement, I'll deduct 1 gold.
I am simply just a companion here. It's up to you guys. However, I will try to see if they will let me work in the kitchen for the night.
Roll persuasion.
Must live up to my name.
They'll let you work off your 1 gold debt if you cleaned. Initially, they're like, oh, if you clean dishes, you can have something.
Tell me to do whatever. It's just.
Yeah, it's like it starts off as like, oh, just clean some dishes and you can do it, and then it's like, okay, cut this stuff. Okay, watch that pan, and then eventually it's like, you know what, just cook this and you can stay here for free.
Done. So I'll be
you get
occupied
room.
for the night.
So yeah, everyone who's staying in the inn, just knock off 1 gold except for
Yeah.
CG because that. Not a lot of interesting things happens. The roadside inn it's a bit different for the time you traveled from Tel Nerus to Andavine. As over in those areas, there were patrols that passed every so often. There were travelers heading this way and that. There's less of that in Ghislaine, as it appears that most people who do a lot of traveling have other means of doing it. And, there's always naval options and other things like that. So there's not a lot of people on the inner side from you guys, but it's a relatively quiet night.
I wish to tinker on my latest invention.
This would be.
I don't even know what your latest invention is.
The goggles of day vision.
Oh, okay.
This will be for your entire trip, not just for the day. 'Cause
Yeah, that's fine.
Again, it's a full day to actually tinker something.
Fuck.
You don't know where to begin. You're like, okay, let's get the harnessing mechanisms working first. So you decide to make frames out of leather to make a leather headpiece, but you're measuring, you're cutting twice and measuring once because you're bad at math. And soon you're left with shreds of leather instead of what you need.
These shreds of leather will come in handy. How many shreds of leather do I have?
It's scrap that is now scrap of scrap. It's useless.
Sub-scrap.
It is useless. It is useful for one thing, and that would probably be to eat if you run out of other rations.
But it is.
Could I
Very
take these scrap leather pieces and turn it into a pom-pom, which I will attach to Lucille?
If you have to.
On principle, I say no, but also technically yes, but you need more stuff.
The answer's always yes and.
No, it's not.
This is a no but moment.
Yes, and go fuck yourself.
Perfect.
Hey, see, he gets it.
I'll make it a sort of little pom-pom thing, but I'll need to find some bells, which I think I actually have. As part of my thieves,
You probably do
tools,
it for the
I
burglars
would
kit.
run some bells.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hate
have a bell. I'll attach a bell to the pom-pom.
You-
My
Okay,
doggy has
so
a
the rest
fucking bell.
So the rest of the night starts to cast. It's relatively, like I said, it's a relatively quiet night. The warm air from the waning summer is, I'd say, soothing, and I say waning. It's actually the early summer. It's nice, and knowing that this is probably the last night you get to spend in a bed for a while, probably does, have some measure of emotional feel to whoever the hell cares about that kind of stuff. I'm just thrown through a loop by Nerisian shit right now.
As you all start continuing on for the second day, nothing much changes. The words wind between hills most of the time. You pass by a few houses but don't see any other travelers. Eventually the path winds into the shadow of a hill, and up ahead you see a single squat figure in the middle of the road. It seems to slowly move along, taking careful steps and scratching at the ground. What are you guys doing?
Sorry, so that one again.
I
I
suppose
think I cut
approach
out.
very warily.
There is a small, singular squat fellow in the middle of the road, scratching at the ground periodically as he's slowly moving. For enchanting, you'd have to cast 100 days worth of silence on the bell.
Are you telling me it wouldn't be worth it?
I'm not saying it wouldn't. It's just that you don't have 100 days worth of spell slots to throw away at the moment.
Was at the beginning of the day just mark off one spell slot?
Well, as I assume it continue approaching, unless somebody's going to stop me. I imagine I'm driving.
Yeah.
Once we're in 30 feet, I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts.
I'm gonna read that real quick.
I need to look up something.
Nothing. You hear nothing.
I get that we should probably keep our distance from that person.
So do I detect like a thought pattern? Because I'm able to search for thoughts. So
Nope. It is blank. You can't. You can hear the thoughts of your friends behind you. They're muted, but you can't hear anything from what you're focusing on.
I don't want to alarm everyone, but I don't think what's in front of us is real.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah. So you just action casting it?
Yeah, just action casting. I can't do rituals. I'm not a wizard. Or I don't have the ritual caster feat.
You get within 30 feet of it. Obviously.
I will like cast it 'cause it's concentration 10 minutes. I can have a quick look if that's alright.
By all means.
Just please keep an eye out for me. And yeah, I'll sort of slowly move up.
As you move up, you see this is a big chicken. Doesn't look like a chicken, but it's a chicken almost, or chicken-like thing as big as Nerisian.
Do I detect any maybe like illusionary magic or?
Nope, no illusion magic.
This is just a fucking chicken in the middle of the road.
Ooh, chicken.
I would like to approach it and ask it why.
Alright, so you start approaching the chicken.
As you,
I'm still on the edge of the 30 feet.
as you approach the chicken, you make noise to get its attention. What are you saying?
Why?
It turns and you're greeted with this striking fellow.
Oh.
As it looks up, its head pops up in the air. It looks around, looks over to you, opens its mouth, and lets out an unholy screech. Everyone
like
should
that
roll
thing.
initiative at this point.
Oh boy, dinner.
Does anybody get my joke first?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Why?
Thank you.
Yeah, why? Good
Why?
question, man. Why?
Oh, I'm not on the.
Oh, let's roll.
Hey, thank you, AJ. I rolled a 22.
What's your initiative?
22 is what I rolled.
2. And Darian, will you handle annex?
I got a feeling I'm gonna be meeting them up tonight.
sure.
It's very noisy.
Understandable.
Should be there for you to pick up.
Oh, a 6. Nice.
As we start initiative off with Nerisian. As you're sort of behind the wagon at this point, probably maybe, we'll say a good 50 feet away. Yeah, they're already rolled. Oh, not for annex.
She's on now.
She's in it.
Yeah, interesting. You see this one thing in the middle of the road. It
Oh, sorry.
screeched at you all.
I was making a meme. Alright, so it's screeched at us all.
Yep.
Who's within 5 feet of it?
No one.
No one? Alright, I'm gonna bonus action to... What's it called? Yeah. Bonus action steady aim, and then I'm gonna shoot at it with my new wrist crossbow.
Alright, roll a hit.
It has a name?
It does have a name.
Fucking dying now. Advantage.
It's a better name than your donkeys.
You hit Sally. No one's in front of it, so what did you get? Oh, because you aimed. Yeah, you deal 18 damage to Sally.
Oh.
Yeah, you reach up, you steady yourself up on the edge of the cart, and you fire the crossbow bolt directly past Osiris and Christine, striking this thing almost in the chest. It like basically falls over sideways and gets back up onto its feet, screeching.
I will then end my turn.
Okay. Shafgar Ladi, you're sort of sitting in the caravan watching.
Does it honestly look like they need my assistance with this thing?
Who knows?
I'm just honestly gonna sit back and just wait until I'm asked to help. So, holding movement, I guess?
As it goes to Sally turn, you see as, like, you hear more and more of these unholy screams, and 8 of its friends show up.
Danny, Dimmy,
They're all named.
Billy,
They're all
Ferdinand,
named.
Jamie, Jimmy, and Mikey.
I did not know AJ named them all.
No,
They're all
no
named.
more. I did
They're
Yeah, so
all-
you guys are there
I
on the
do-
road, one of them's in front of you, and the other, it's screeching, and then just like off the hill to your side, the one that's casting the shadow across the road, you just see 8 more of these things descend out of the shrubbery around you all.
As,
Are you serious? They're all named.
Yes.
as Danny takes
Okay.
its turn getting there, so does Jimmy. Sally gets up. Who?
Osiris is closest.
Osiris is closest. Is gonna go bite Osiris.
That's not very nice.
It hits with an 18. You take 2 damage, and you must make the saving throw, which you succeed.
Ooh.
Ferdinand continues her turn, and it's your turn, Osiris, as
hell
Sally's in
yeah.
your face now.
Is that the Ferdinand Voneutia?
Hmm.
No, it's just Ferdinand. Don't be
Oh.
rude.
You know what's great about being a utility caster?
Yeah?
None of this.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yo, what if the
I
party
will-
got wiped by chickens?
Pretty funny. I mean, Tez was saying TPK earlier, I'm just saying.
I would like to cast Phantasmal Force at it.
Okay.
I was attempted to reply my unavailabilities with a pog, but then it would have gone to my operations manager, so it's probably not a good idea.
No, you should
Did it
have
work?
done it anyway. It succeeded.
It succeeded?
Yeah. You rolled a 19.
Oh.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. That being the case, I will inspire Christine
Ooh.
and say something down the lines of, "Yeah, I'm sure you're totally way better at handling with chickens. than me, and I start to step back, invoking an attack opportunity. I will run 30 feet back towards the group.
I don't know what that means.
I'll attack you. Go for it, AJ.
Okay. He's attacking Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
Ding. Hits again. It's rolling your
Yeah,
AC.
I would like to cutting words that, please.
Okay, go ahead. It misses.
Oh, I just barely hit the AC.
Good, sweet, fantastic.
Nice use.
And I run my full 30 feet back to the group.
You're pretty now past me.
Annex. Annex, who is sitting in the caravan, pokes her head out.
She does the one thing she does.
8 of them.
Huh?
Eldritch
Like,
Blast?
come on. Yeah, what's the one thing they do? They cast Eldritch Blast.
It hits Sally. It does 7 damage, and Sally is now dying.
Oh.
She just goes, like, looks up, the order on her shoulder, and she just, like, raises her little, like, fucking rod thing she got and fires a bolt of Eldritch energy that just takes this thing's head off.
Jesus.
It just looks around.
As Sally goes down, Dimmy, Mikey, Janie, and Billy all get red with anger, and they all start flying towards you like cuckoo.
How far away are
Uh,
like they from me now?
They are probably like 20 feet away.
Leave
God,
Dimmy to
why?
me. I want to kill myself.
Are they all within like the 20-foot?
7
Rough
are.
mark, or-
There's one
I can
behind.
respect that.
Okay. How many are you said?
They're from varying elevations and spread out, but they're all roughly 20 feet away from the whole party as a whole.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I'm closer, like by I'm assuming
You're
20
closer
feet.
to Sally.
Yeah.
The others all came from the
Oh, they came from the side. Okay, I see. In that case, we'll go down the list. I'll roll D8 and I'll pick a number. I shoot Ferdinand.
No.
So
Ferdinand.
I just sort of see like this, like they're both coming from both sides. I'm assuming, right?
All 4 sides. They're like
Yeah, all-
circling you.
Yeah, they're circling. In that case, I just like panic, see whatever's the closest. I start to raise my hand in fire. I'm gonna roll percentile 50 higher, 65. The fire then turns black as instead of a flame, almost as if like from some kind of portal, chains erupt from my hand and leap out towards the target that is within 30 feet.
Yep.
And where is the spell? It is a ranged spell attack.
You
18 to hit?
Ferdinand.
So the creature must then make a wisdom. First of all, the creature takes 1d8 psychic damage as the chains hit the wraps around pulse of energy emits from the chains, dealing psychic damage. Then must
You
make
could
a
add a
wisdom.
d6 to that if you wanted to. Just
I'm probably not going to just yet. Wisdom save then afterwards.
He fails.
And you watch just like after the pulse of from the chains, they just sort of shatter off of the creature. That is my action and a spell slot.
Yeah,
I should just sort of go.
You see as like now this like spectral black chain seems to like connect both Christine and Ferdinand by the necks.
Yeah, it's like what would have probably been. I didn't put the effect on him. What would have probably have been solid, like has now sort of shattered away into like just a sort of spectral line between them. Yeah.
Selena.
For stars, I'm going to use Quicken Spell.
Mhm.
Let me just remember how I do this. So I use 2 of the sorcery points of this guy, I think. Or do I cast 2 of my actual sorcery points? Or the ones next to the metamagics?
They'll click them all. If you click one, they'll click them all.
Alright. going to do that, and let's see, which one would be closest to me at the moment?
They're all equidistant 20 feet away.
Okay, and is there one that's like that looks like it's closest to like hitting a party member?
No.
Same distance.
Okay, they're all the same distance, right? All right, I'm gonna cast a chromatic orb, just at this level, I reckon. 1 moment, just got that. And I'm gonna do that as cold damage because that's all I know what to do. And I think I'm gonna go for Billy because it's next to me on the thing, because why not?
Why would you hurt Billy?
Because Billy's trying to kill my friends, okay?
Billy hasn't done anything. Billy just showed up.
Alright.
You miss Billy.
I'm gonna get inspiration on that one.
Okay. You miss Billy.
What is that? Oh my god!
You want-
My condolences.
I got a 2 before. Okay, that's fine. That was away from quick and spell. I just gotta use Eldritch Blast on Billy. If this is a 2,
You hit Billy.
well, that's more like. Thank God for that.
You deal 14 damage to Billy. You should not be dealing 14 damage to Billy.
Why do I got a +7 to that?
You roll the d20.
You roll an
attack
attack
twice.
again.
Oh, you rolled the attack again. Okay.
You rolled the attack again.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Alright. I'll use this one.
You do 1 damage to Billy.
I'm not having a very
Hey, look,
good
that's
day.
enough for Colossus Slayer if we get a ranger.
What does the Eldritch Blast look like for you?
It's like a pale blue sort of. It looks kind of like a lot like my chromatic orb, sort of like really icy pale blue, but it's sort of a smaller sort of like flame, I guess.
It's
Mm.
Jakey! He moves 20, within 20 feet of
Yeah.
everyone. The rest
Yeah,
is
you're
still-
having a good time.
I look at the one named Dimmy.
How do
I
you know which
steady
one's
aim.
Dimmy?
Because
But
he metagamed.
How do you know which one's Dimmy?
AJ, just accept it. It's a thing Dimmies know. They know other Dimmies.
Dimmy's
All
metagamed.
Dimmies know each other.
My favorite video of all time is there's one by Friendly Geordies, and he's like, everyone knows a Dimmy because Dimmy's a Chad. I'm like, why isn't my brother a Chad?
I remember that video. Did the chain effect actually go on to Ferdinand?
Ferdinand is not chained, no.
Let me put it on real quick.
You hit Dimmy.
Yeah. Did not go across.
I steady aimed to get myself the.
I...
Okay.
No.
You deal 15 damage to Dimmy.
You puncture this boy as
Yeah,
it's
like that.
flying in.
Chef Girl ID.
I see what the thing is.
Seeing as I got out of the cart to protect the horses, are any of them particularly close?
They're all 20 feet away.
They're all 20 feet away.
Yes.
I realize now.
Like, circling around?
Yes.
Okay,
Think of them coming in like bombers. They're all just like coming in out of the sky from about 20 feet away from you all.
Oh, they're coming in from the sky. Damn.
If you wanted to try and run up and punch one of them, or hit one of them, you totally can.
Actually, I'm going to walk up to one and shove a flavored ice morsel in its face.
Okay.
Does it matter which one? I
up to you.
guess if they're all 20 feet away, I guess I'll go for, I don't know, Danny? Illy? Danny? I don't fucking know.
Go
Yeah, I'll
towards
just walk up.
Danny boy.
Yep. Are the pipes calling him?
No,
No,
he fails.
that's fine. If he fails, that means he gets that and that.
Takes
And-
8 full damage.
He got brain freeze.
Mhm.
Yeet. I literally don't think I even have a bonus action. Yeah, I believe it's an action for me to use those, so I pet it gently.
Alright,
Bonus action.
he bites you back.
That's fine.
Misses.
Oh, so I successfully petted him technically.
Sure. Jimmy runs up to Christine. Goes for a peck.
Oh.
Misses. Ferdinand will also go towards you and peck. I'll have a look. Sorry, I was reading
These
something.
three?
That hits.
Okay.
You take 4 damage.
Oh god, my
you-
concentration.
Critical as on your concentration.
Yeah, do you need me to roll then in the constitution, was it, afterwards?
Yep.
Yep, Constitution saving throw. You succeed. You're fine. And it's Osiris' turn. We'll have a look at Dimitri's thing.
I was saying, did you want to use your reaction, Christine?
I was going to say, because he was like looking at like 12 different things at once. She will. You just sort of see like as the creature just like the first one comes down, she just sort of moves out the way. She doesn't notice the second one coming in, the one that's changed to her. It hits her, like bites towards her, and you just see the chain itself sort of bring up almost like a little spectral shield in front of her, as it also pulses, and you see the creature takes basically some of its own damage back to him. I'll redirect those 2 out of the 4 to that creature.
Nursing
I
only
cannot-
has 2 spell slots.
He should have 3.
He should not have 3.
He's level
He
4,
sh-
isn't he?
He's level 3. Oh, what? Like, yeah, he's
He's
level
level
4.
4.
Why did that not change? He can
That's
fix that
bizarre.
himself.
Yeah, I should have probably set up damage numbers for things, but I haven't done it yet.
It's okay. Just take 2 off yourself, and then I'll give 2 to Ferdinand.
I've taken the 2 off.
Free to go, Osiris.
And no, it's Osiris' turn.
Alright. So I will target the one that's run up on Christine, which is Ferdinand, correct?
It's Ferdinand and Jimmy.
2 for 1.
Well, I'll just pick Ferdinand because it's a much more unique name than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I will attempt to cast Phantasmal Force again on it.
Okay.
It even saved against it.
It failed.
Cool, it thinks it's on fire.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know
you.
if it immediately takes the damage or on my turn. I don't know if it means this turn or next turn.
I believe it's on your next turn onwards.
Right, it thinks it's on fire.
Anything else?
Well, also no. Yeah, I'll leave that.
Okay, Annex's turn. Whoops, jumped ahead.
Sorry, I tend to press the button.
It's all good, someone has to.
I do.
Reading things. She does the one thing that they do.
Mhm.
Very difficult, right? She's going to shoot Danny.
Misses
She
Danny. She misses Danny boy.
That's the new.
That's
uh,
all
that
she
one.
can do.
Dimmy rolls up to Neressian. And the epic battle begins. He hits Golade, but actually will hit Neressian for 21. So, Bidding. Neressian takes 3 damage. Has to make this saving throw. Which he fails.
Oh boy.
As you do, you start to
Turn to
turn to
stone.
stone. As you become restrained.
So everyone sees as Neressian starts to slow down, his movements become more like disjointed as he lunges, and yeah, you're freezing up, and you feel a little kind of grayishness seem to tinge at your joints. You're restrained.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Mikey will run up to Selena, I guess.
Oh swell.
That's a miss.
Oh thank God.
Janie will run up to Osiris. Miss. And Billy will run up to Chef Galadi. and crit.
Oh.
You take 9 damage. It rolled max. And Chef
Oh.
D succeeds. And it's Christine's turn.
I feel like she doesn't actually notice the thing that happened with Nerisian. I think she's more
How selfish.
confused and worried about what she just did, because she has absolutely no clue of what the hell she just casted. But then she just sort of like has to try to like snap herself back. I am going to. There's 2 on me, right?
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell, this is annoying. How far away
They're right up
is
on
the
you.
cart? How far away is the cart?
Probably
Like 20 feet, was it?
10 feet. Probably.
10 feet? Do any people have just one of them on them?
Selena, Osiris, and Nerisian.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action Misty Step towards Selena.
Mhm.
Like behind, basically, the one that's in front of her.
Mhm.
And as my action, I'm going to hold up my hands that crackles with electricity and shock and grasp it.
Okay.
As that's a cantrip. Which one is next to Selena?
Mikey.
Mikey. I'm targeting Mikey with a melee attack.
You hit.
For some
16.
lightning damage. And yeah, because I also use Shock and Grasp, I am able to disengage, but I'm probably not going to, just in case. And yeah, my hand just like stays cracked with this lightning. And that'll be my turn.
Selena.
Alright, so Mikey's the one that's closest to me.
You are flanking Mikey at the moment with Christine.
Awesome. Okay. I don't really have any close range spells, I don't believe. I think I'd be at a disadvantage if I try to cast, but I guess
Right,
because
yeah.
we're flanking, that would even that out.
Yep.
Oh, I do have Thunderwave. But if we're flanking, that means I'd hit Christine.
You would absolutely hit Christine. You can move to not hit Christine.
Yeah, but then, if that's right, it's
I
got
mean-
short grass, so that means I
Yeah.
could move?
You could back up.
No,
if you want,
actually, yeah, you could.
yeah, you can grass. It doesn't have reactions. I'm pretty sure.
Because
Yeah,
I can't
pretty
really
sure
see
that
the whole
action.
sort of map. Like, is there any way I would be able to hit multiple things with
No.
Thunderwave? Okay, that's fair. I don't want to leave her out like that. I don't want to move away after she's just sort of done this. Let me just have a quick squeeze and see.
Well, she's
what I-
made the opening for you,
to move
knowing that.
away.
Yeah. Like, she knew that you're, like, more of a ranger caster anyway. Like,
I'm gonna have to use Thunderwave then, but I'll move to a position where it's not going to hit Christine, but in the hopes of pushing this thing away from her as well.
Okay.
And I want to push it in a way that's not going to push it towards something like right up to like one of the other party members as well.
Yep.
Okay. Wish me luck. That was Mikey. Bop.
It fails.
Excellent. I'm going to say level 1 spell, a 2d8 thunder.
You deal 4 damage to him as he
That's
moves
not
15 feet.
What are these rolls today?
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, I just like the thunder that's sort of like I push out this like wave of thunder that's just like crackling sort of like a pale blue sort of color. It's almost sort of similar to almost like a blizzard sort of effect.
Jakey flaps his wings, bobbing his head, and he flies over to Annex, who's like peering outside the top of the cart, and he's gonna fucking bite her. And he hits. And Annex takes 5 damage and fails the Constitution, and she also starts to turn to stone.
Shit.
Huh?
Fail or succeed.
It failed. It takes 16 damage as she hellish rebukes it. And that's top of the order. Nersian, your turn.
That'd be a second level hellish rebuke because, well, yeah, warlocks.
Yeah, true, right.
Add an extra 8 on top of that.
Oh, good damage.
So that's 24. Pudding?
Is there anybody else next to Dimmy?
Nope, it is just
No.
Jimmy and Nersian in this epic battle.
Icky
Okay.
guy.
Gonna steady aim
Mm-hmm.
because I can't move anyway.
Yeah.
But I can still get advantage on the next attack roll, so it'll just be a flat roll.
Can you attack when you're?
He's not
I
fully
just
petrified.
can't.
He's restrained at the
My
moment.
speed comes 0.
Oh,
My attack rolls have advantage against me, but my attacks have disadvantage,
oh.
and I have disadvantage on dex saves. So that will be a. I'll use the short sword.
Okay. You swing at Demi, you hit. You deal 6 damage. And now make another Constitution
Isn't it?
saving throw.
Isn't it 10?
Yes, it's 10. I'm just saying the dice roll, Dimitri. It's all applied. You succeed. You are no longer restrained.
My god.
Off the effect.
Chef Galardi.
Bonus action to ingest my only other prepared morsel.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and then that goes on me. And then I'm going to action attack the one in front of me, which was Danny, wasn't it?
Yep.
Miss. No.
Legit,
right.
what's up with the...
It's just 2s tonight.
Danny's turn.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Miss. Jimmy is at... Jimmy is... I think I flipped Jimmy and Mikey around. But okay, so now Jimmy is at Chef Galardi. Okay,
Mhm.
I remember it now. Hit.
Mhm.
You take 3 damage. And you succeed. Ferdinand is... Is Ferdinand on fire? And chained?
He is on fire.
Alright,
Ferdinand's chained.
Yeah, but he's also on fire.
He believes he's on.
And because he believes he starts screaming and he starts flapping and flying into the air and dashing away.
By the way,
Feels
nobody
good.
sees him on fire. Only he
Yeah.
sees him as on fire.
If he leaves, I believe is it a certain range. No, actually, I don't.
I think it's
Hold
a
on, I need
magic
it.
spell.
Yeah, if he leaves his range, I don't think it's written down, but I think we agreed that if he leaves the range of the spell, which is 30 feet, the chain just dissipates.
Yep, chain's gone.
Okay, take that off.
And now it's Cyrus's turn.
Alright, so now he takes the 1d6 psychic damage.
Yep.
Takes 3 damage.
And it can make an investigation check if it wants to.
It's not going to want to.
Cool.
It thinks it's on
It's on
fire.
fire.
The spell doesn't end, because the spell only ends if it successfully realizes it's an illusion. In that case... How are party members looking? I will cast Healing Word on Chef Galardi.
Okay. Chef Galardi hits for 6.
I have a main action still.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. I will viciously mock Ferdinand as it tries to leave. Unless it's outside. It's in 60 feet?
It's dashed 80 feet away.
Oh shit, okay. Is Dimmy within 60 feet?
Yeah.
I will
Leave my
viciously
chicken
mock-
alone.
No, I'm just trying to help.
No. This is my battle.
No, well, I'd like to viciously mock it anyway.
Okay. It succeeds.
Okay. That'll be my turn.
Annex, Jakey's right in, Jakey? Yes, Jakey's right in front of you. You are restrained. Wrong one. You are restrained?
Yes. Restrained means speed 0 if I'm correct. That's about it.
Yep, speed 0, attacks have advantage against, disadvantage to attack,
Yep.
and disadvantage to dex saves.
She's just gonna blast it point blank with an Eldritch Blast for disadvantage.
Yep. Misses.
Hey, at least it's not a 2.
I rolled it myself, surprisingly, but either way it missed.
How did you have advantage, disadvantage?
Because I rolled it myself like an idiot.
Okay. Alright, roll the saving throw once more.
There you go. See, we miss. Good. Saving throw.
3. I got 20.
She is no longer restrained. Dimmy will. Okay, Dimmy will go and attack the Restian again. And miss. Mikey will go and run up and attack Selena.
Oh, great.
I'll make. I can't really make a reaction thing, can I?
I
If
don't.
ever used
I
it.
don't. The sorcery points I don't do. It's not the system. It's me. You can auto do it yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
just updated then.
Just letting you know things aren't properly calculated.
Well then, everyone check their sheets and do it their fucking selves. I'm busy right now.
I manually updated my sorcery point.
Okay, what are you doing? Did you say you were doing anything?
Oh no, I was saying like I won't be able to reaction opportunity attacks. I already used my reaction this
So,
turn.
Mikey bats Selena up. Selena takes 3 damage.
Oh, yeah.
And Selena
Good choice.
Oh.
that once her saving throw and is now restrained, and she seems
Oh,
to be
no.
turned into stone.
Yeah.
Good size, good size.
I don't know where Janie was, and that's a problem.
Well, she's healthy, so...
With this many creatures, I'm surprised they didn't make a map.
We didn't need a map. We didn't think there was going to be a map. Janie will.
I'll fucking have him. I'm almost done with Dimmy.
Fine, Janie will go off and arrest you.
Okay.
I'm hit.
Fuck.
You asked for it though.
You take
I
2
did.
damage, and you succeed. Billy! Billy was with Chef Girl ID. Nat ones, misses. Christine.
Yeah, she probably now notices that these things have the ability to fucking like cover you in stone, and that's not probably a good thing. She's going to bonus action.
Mhm.
She will summon a misty blade in her hand, a shadow blade, one would say. Let me turn off my other thing that it's already turned off. My bonus action, and as my action, she raises up her left hand, rings it down. It's Mikey. Good old Mikey. I like that guy. He's a good guy. Mikey's a good guy.
Is Mikey a good guy?
Oh, well, if I want to survive this.
Hit.
Man, I've been thinking ahead
Sure
for a
about
while.
that?
Is it hit?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, make sure. They take 3d8 second damage as the blade just sort of passes right through it and just sort of racks its mind.
You could also add a 1d6 to that, I'm pretty sure, because it's magic damage.
You did remind me, thank you. I'm gonna add 1d6 to that
You
because
can
I
also add your strength and dex to that, because it is a finesse weapon.
no, it literally doesn't. It literally says I can't do that.
deals
Yes, it
4 damage.
does.
An extra 4 damage.
No, you don't add it on top of it, Dimitri. You only get 1. You can choose to either use your spellcasting modifier or your dex.
You don't get
It doesn't
damage.
say
Mikey's
a
down.
spell attack. It says it has the finesse.
Doesn't matter. We'll do it later, Dimitri.
Mikey's
dead.
Deadpool. Can you take the Bardic Inspiration off? Good boy, Osiris. Thank you.
Oh, I can't take it off. I don't have access to that.
You should. It's your thing.
Selena's turn.
Cool. I can't
look
move.
Mikey's gone. No one's really surrounding you at the moment.
So it was a last-ditch effort because everything seems to be going bad. I'm going to try Quicken spell again
Okay.
with the last 2 meta magic slots I have. And I'm going to go with a 2nd level chromatic orb.
Yep.
And I think I might go with lightning this time.
Okay.
And you said, was that Mikey and Billy?
Yep.
Okay, alright, Mikey is...
Billy's with Girl ID.
Hang on, I can't even see Mikey on the list. Okay.
Janie.
Did Mikey just get killed?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
that was the one
so-
on you, which I was stabbed with a psychic blade in my
Janie
hand.
and Dimion are soon. Billy is with... No one's near you. Yeah. No one's near you.
Anyone near Christine?
No.
No.
You two are next to each other. For all intents
High
and
five.
purposes.
Okay, alright. Well, I'm gonna go for... Let me have a look. I'll go for Danny, because he's looking pretty beat up.
Okay.
Wish me luck. Oh
You
man, that would have been a
miss.
17!
Oh my.
Oh.
So
What
that's
does
a
it
bonus
say?
action.
Yeah, bonus action, the Eldritch Blast again.
Oh,
Action.
Jesus. The freeze.
Oh, sorry, action, right.
You're fine.
Actually, no, I think I'm gonna go with... What's that, 1d8 con? I'm gonna go with Rare Frost.
Okay.
Same target.
Yep.
So that's Danny.
You go try and hit Danny Boy. You hit.
That's more like it. Okay, so apparently I can just hit with Eldritch Blast today. That's the only thing I can hit with.
You can hit with cantrips, yeah.
Yep.
Roll damage. You deal. You Eldritch Blasting or are you Ray Frosting?
Oh, why did I do that? Sorry.
It's fine.
I'll just... it's 1d8 though. No. Do you want me to re-roll?
It's up to you. I'm fine with you just doing Eldritch Blast instead.
I'll just do that. Like, I don't want to accidentally roll more.
Alright,
'cause
roll
that
me
was
a Constitution saving throw.
Sweet. Get ready for me to, like, be turned into stone.
Oh.
You are turned
Yeah,
into
that's
stone.
about right.
As
Yeah, you watch.
and, as you see generates the chromatic orb in one hand and it fires off and misses, and she generates the Eldritch Blast in the other. You see Christine as
my
she's doing this,
God.
she's slowly turning to stone, and then there's just a Selena, 2 arms outstretched statue. As she's now
Oh, no.
petrified.
Does she look like she's giving out a hug?
No?
No!
Oh my God, no.
Jakey is gonna peck at an X. And hits. Peck.
I should probably start cutting words in more often.
Yeah.
And Annex fails and she's restrained again. Top of the order. Dimit and Nursing.
Question.
Mhm.
Can I bonus action make an offhand attack and then use my action to shocking grasp?
No.
Has to be weapon attack.
You need to do an attack. You need to do an attack first to do a bonus action and attack second.
Fair enough. Alright. I'm going to, as an action, do the mighty short sword
Okay.
of death.
Alright. Miss. No, hit. You actually hit me. It's dead.
Bonus action, disengage, and I'm gonna move over to Selena, see if she's fucking okay.
She is a statue. Just go ID.
She doesn't respond.
Don't do that.
She just blinks.
Got no bonus actions, so attack. Danny.
Oh my god.
You hit Danny, boy. You missed.
I missed
Danny.
Danny.
Oh,
What's with the
twos.
fucking twos?
3 bloody rolls, a
This
2
game
almost.
is cursed. You were right. You were right, Kim.
Yeah, Tez, remember how you said you were talking
Yeah, I got nothing else. Bonus
Okay.
action. I try to pet it again.
As you try to pet it, Danny, Jimmy, Ferdinand all look around. Danny and Jimmy look around, and they both start squealing their heads off in this unholy noise, and they start dashing 80 feet away. You feel free to hit Danny if you want, but he's
Wait,
gone.
they're all leaving?
Those 2 are.
Those 2 are.
Sure, I'll give it another shot.
Just realized you have a +2.
That one a hit?
Con saves, Jesus.
You do 5 damage to Danny as he flies away. He's 80 feet away. Ferdinand
I'm
is
sad
off
that
the
my
map.
fried chicken just left.
Osiris.
Right, Ferdinand takes damage.
Yep.
He's disappeared from the track and just rolled the damage into the chat.
Okay. Takes 2 psychic damage.
So it seems like they're fleeing at the moment, correctly?
From what you can see, at least Danny, Jimmy, and Ferdinand are.
Okay.
Danny more limping than his 2 brothers.
Did you just assume Danny's gender?
I know Danny's gender. I made him.
Carry on.
I don't know what I'll do.
I can't believe you threw stone birds at us.
I can.
I can.
I don't know. Selena's petrified. I don't think that's going to help being petrified.
I don't think
Just vibing.
people realize how bad Petrify is.
So I'm going to inspire Annex then and say, how about you just don't turn to stone?
Yeah, how about you just don't?
Can you not?
see what she did? Don't do that.
Just stop.
Anything else?
Stop it.
And I'll cast Vicious Mockery on one of them. I guess Jimmy's not going anywhere.
Jimmy and Danny are both left. Oh, they're 80 feet away at the moment.
Oh, they're 80 feet away. Okay, can't do that.
Janie, Billy, and Jake are still there.
We just read that chat. Okay.
So is any of them within 60 feet of me? Probably not then.
Janie, Billy, and Jakey are, yes.
Oh, so, okay. Alright. I'll do Jakey.
Jakey fails.
Oh, no pop. No brain pop.
You see as you say this to Jakey, it doesn't seem to register anything, but it's offended anyway.
Wow,
Deserves to be.
why?
Next.
She tries very hard not to turn to stone.
Jakey's
That's
still in
the
front of
next
her, with one with on the last of his limbs.
Eldritch
She
Blaze!
boops, she Eldritch blasts Jakey, and he explodes.
Her last action is as her feathers are all turning to stone, she looks down at it and kazaps that boy. And she passes the
succeeds,
save.
and she's no longer turning to stone.
Sees what happens to me. It's like, hell no.
Hell no, I ain't going for that.
You know, he's right. I shouldn't turn this down.
Janie and Billy.
Technically, Dark One's blessing goes off as well.
Yeah, technically. Janie and Billy also look up, start squealing, and they all start flying the same direction that the other 3 have gone. Christine?
Oh, fuck. I'm trying to think if she knows properly what it means to be petrified, and I don't It's a 50-50 for me. She doesn't think it's good for one. That's for fucking sure.
She's rock hard.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
Hey, this way she's not dying for us.
Can't kill stone?
Positives and negatives. There we go. Good job.
Maybe
What's the closest thing to me?
Shaka.
Selena, because she's not technically a person anymore.
What's the closest enemy creature to me?
Does she weigh more now that she's stoned?
Janie, Billy, Danny, or Jimmy?
Are they within 20 feet?
No,
They're
How
all
far?
80.
they're all 80 feet away.
All 4 of them are running away.
Yep.
No. Fuck. I want to target whichever one of them is limping.
But they all seem pretty spread. Danny seems
Maybe.
the weakest.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking target Danny.
Okay.
And just in my right hand, like a fiery bolt is flung out towards it.
You hit.
18, dealing
Damage.
1. Let's just. Ah, this is so. Am I allowed to reroll damage rolls with Tides of Chaos?
No.
Don't all be agreed on that.
We
Inspiration
agreed on
was
it now.
D20 rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's her action. I don't see anything for her to do for bonus action other than she's gonna use her movement to move up. Can I make a roll to see if I know anything about petrification?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. I will use inspiration on this one.
Okay.
I'll roll again because I didn't press the event button. I'll take the 12.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, given where you studied, you know that petrification's not great.
No!
Depending on the creature that afflicts it, sometimes it goes away, sometimes it doesn't.
With a 15, will I have any clue
No.
what that creature may have been? No. Thanks.
Maybe hey, petrification, not what those things are.
Hey, Selena, roll me 4d6 into the tower. I'll start handing.
Okay.
I'll start giving you new ASI stuff. You can make a new
4d6.
character with that. Yeah.
You gotta do it 6 times.
You do it 6 times. Top of the order.
I didn't know if you were joking or not.
I'm happy. You might want to put them in the tower.
You wanna
Hey,
roll
do you wanna-
insight?
Do you want to play? Do
Question.
you want to play a temp character while you're waiting?
They're what, 60 feet away?
80 feet.
80? Cool. I'm gonna move 30 feet.
Okay.
We just left.
I'm just gonna do it.
I'm
anyway,
then
just in case.
going to
Don't.
that put them in the 50. Yeah. I'm then gonna chromatic orb this fucking bitch. Which
Where
was
the fuck are you guys getting your diamonds?
I don't like it.
Which bitch?
Jesus.
Fucking the only one there, Danny.
I mean, this is what happens when you get paid, like Neurosium did. And
Yeah.
that you haven't been.
Yeah, like,
It's real good at
man,
stuff.
And
I'd
you know
love
what?
to spend 50 gold on the diamond. I have 50 gold, literally. I need that for food.
The black dragon that is within me makes a ball of acid and just shoots.
You
It
missed.
does not hit.
You missed.
Nice ass.
What is your inspiration for that?
I don't have
You already did.
inspiration.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
No, I don't have inspiration at all. No one
We
gave it
were-
to me.
You did. You used it before.
The
Oh
horse.
that one. I thought you meant bardic.
No.
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 Chef go ID.
They all flow off, right?
Yeah, they're all 80
Flying
feet
by
away.
Then I literally cannot do anything.
Neither.
I'm gonna head back to the cart and start figuring out what morsels I'm gonna prepare next.
As combat ends, Danny, Jimmy, Janie, and Billy all seem to fly away towards the east. And yeah, combat is over.
No casualties. No casualties.
No casualties.
I need another one of those 46s.
It's instead of death saves, when you get all 6, your character dies because you got a new one.
I'm supposed to be having a good day today.
And those are some good stats.
This is some pretty good stats, yeah.
I would like to brain blast to see if. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know.
I legit just think like she's just seeing like Chrissy's just seeing this and is just it's, like almost stunned herself as to like what to even do, like just lost. I don't think I can really make any checks on those creatures because I doubt she's even seen anything like that or knows anything of that. That's not really in her field area.
Can I attempt to dig through this carcass with blades, whatever, and find whatever sack appears to hold this fluid that causes this, and see how the sack walls don't turn to stone?
You can. So you want to try and cut it open and have a gander at its insides?
If I can.
I actually would like
Survival
to
check.
survival as well.
Then go for it. So cutting into it, Osiris, you start cutting into it, and you've prepared animals before, but this does not seem right. In parts where you're like, all right, it's like a chicken. You start cutting it open, and parts of it are like scaled, like a reptile, and other parts of like seem like more like the effect of a bat or something else, and it just doesn't seem to make sense on the inside.
Nercy, with yours, you see like where there would be faint scar lines between some of these like mismatching parts, like aged, probably like months or years old, but they're faint, but you can see them.
Mismarriage.
Do I find the petrification sack?
There isn't one.
There isn't one?
It's not a like sack that it does things with.
This is a stupid question, but can I do a medicine check, see if I know anything about petrification?
Sure. Don't break the statue.
Fair enough. I guess I'll, guys, do not break that statue. Get it carefully in.
I used to be
yeah.
a person.
Never mind one of those.
Guys, these things aren't natural. They look like a. There's like faint scar tissue marks. It's like it's been sewn together like a fucking flesh monster.
I wanna.
Question, Dion.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Is Celine technically an object now?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to put her in the bag of holding?
I was thinking
Oh,
about sending her
No, I
somewhere
don't
else.
think. Oh.
What?
Oh.
She would be
Oh.
too big.
Too big? Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But what
Can I-
about the bag of holding idea?
Maybe. No, you can't. It's too small of an
Yeah.
opening way to put her in.
What if you invert it, then try to put it over?
Don't invert it.
What if we just, carefully disassemble her, put her
Don't
in the
you
bag of
dare.
holding,
Did you not
And
listen
then-
to the words I said?
cast mending to kill her back?
That won't
What
work.
happens if I
I
go
thought the
into
stone-
this thing and if I somehow unpetrify? I don't know.
Oh, you
no,
don't
Then
you
I
lose-
suffocate.
lose, like if I cut off a finger and we unpetrify you, you're gonna lose the finger.
Yeah, but if we
you'll
Dr.
be
Stone
fine.
it back together before we reawaken you.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
No, we'll fucking pull a caduceus on this shit, alright?
I'm
The
gonna do
stone
another
shape
medicine check.
mended.
Can I be able to like panically try to figure out
mm.
if there's any ways to cure petrification?
Roll an Arcana check.
I'd
I
like
am
to touch her and cast Identify to see if that yields any results
On
This is Selena.
on Selena.
I'm also gonna cast Tides of Chaos.
Alright,
to
roll
make-
roll immediately afterwards.
Yeah. Cool, 13.
No.
Why did
Roll on your table.
Why did I do that? What? Oh no.
No. I don't know how stressed Christine would be, but
No,
I think she'd
no.
be very stressed.
She is, yeah, but why the fuck I didn't think about that. Okay. That's
So
Selena's not a creature, but
everyone
you still
but
see her, it's
Selena, everyone but Selena turns invisible.
Do I learn anything with a 13?
You might need
True
it.
petrification could take time. It could take magic. You're not really sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a great idea. I have some ink. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, put cat whiskers on her face.
Why?
Okay, and Osiris, you were casting Identify?
Yep.
I guess technically transmutation magic,
That's detect magic.
You
which
know
is
her,
fading.
You know,
It's
you know her name is.
You know everything about Selena now.
Yeah, you know her name is Selena Gislane. She's 21 years old. She has unknown gender, height, and weight, and she's a medium-sized creature.
Okay.
What do you mean is a medium-sized creature? You mean
She is a
was?
medium-sized
Not
statue.
object. I'm sorry, I apologize.
So like I said, you do learn all the effects of the thing. It's technically a magical effect. You know that she is stone, and that after a period of time, it will fade away.
Oh, okay. Right. Everybody sees Osiris start to relax.
No one
She
sees
weighs
Osiris.
about
Yeah, no one sees
55
Osiris. Stop to
kilos.
relax.
All they see is someone draw. All they see is an invisible
Well, I
hand.
cast a spell, which
drawing-
is an action, so technically the invisibility would.
Oh yeah, true.
And she's
There's-
5'2".
Oh wait, yeah, they would see my invisible hand.
There,
putting
there's
cat
still
whiskers on Selena's face.
there's still minor like
You
sort of
motherfucker.
there's still minor hyperventilation.
I
I'm
assume
like-
mine,
it's
my
fine. It's one of the petrifications, I guess, that's temporary. It's not permanent.
Are
assume modern medicine can't tell me anything more.
are you sure?
Other than what you rolled before, probably not.
Just
I'm
making
like pretty sure that's like how this magic works. Tells me what happens sometimes. It's never inaccurate.
Just fun. Christine and Osiris, could you both roll Arcana checks with disadvantage?
Hmm.
That would be real nice.
You can spend your inspiration. Too bad you don't have any.
Oh no, I already got my Tides of Chaos again.
Yeah, you can do it if you want.
That's what I'm
You
thinking.
should roll first.
No, she'll calm down a little bit from Osiris.
Okay. With that, after what Osiris has said and things you've read because of where you lived, you're able to put a few dots together in your head and you realize what these creatures were. You have read about them, not a lot, because you know of what cockatrices are, and you know that they are not something that is born naturally, but is made through magical means, and is like super fucking illegal in Gislane. Along with most other major necromancy stuff like this.
Oh yeah, of
golemancy
course.
stuff, it is like super fucking illegal in Gislane.
Wait, where are they going? This
They
is
flew east.
this could be bad. These things are curated necromancy. This stuff should not be in Gislane. It's not. It's highly illegal in Gislane.
Should I put the corpses in the bag of holding?
Yeah, easily. They're about the size of Nerussians. They can fit.
So they went east, right?
What way are we heading?
You're heading west. No, you're also
North.
This would be
heading
like north, slightly
northeast.
west.
Well, they're heading
You
northeast.
guys
Yeah.
are heading northeast. I think we really fucked up.
Should we get backwards? Okay. They flew west.
They
not
flew
east.
west. You're heading east.
Thank you.
I got the directions wrong.
That's okay. You know, compass is hard. It's west and east.
So
Yeah.
West and Est, get it right.
I mean, should this? I don't know what to do.
How many
What you need
corpses
to
do I
do,
get?
Christine, is take a deep breath
3 died.
and calm down.
There was 9. 5 flew away. Yeah, there are 4 corpses.
Well, think of it this way. Look on the bright side. We got chicken meat.
Now's not a
Eat
good time
something
to
that
think
has
on
the
the bright
ability to
side.
petrify.
Can I just like walk over and just start trying to drag the statue towards the cart slowly, carefully?
Don't touch her.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
do it
suggest
anyway.
we take a minute, and by a minute I mean 60 of them.
I don't know who you are. Do not.
Would you rather we leave her out here?
I'd rather
for
someone
the
else do
weather,
it than
for those
you.
things to come back. Listen, lady, we might not know each other very well, but I'm just getting us on the road so those things don't come back. So either help or get out of the way.
Well, strength with advantage because you're doing it.
There's a
slowly,
reason I said
carefully.
very slowly. I'm not gonna like force it. Just strength check, was it? Sorry.
With advantage.
Yep.
Yep,
Not rolling that once.
You slowly, with the help of Annex, get her in the cart. She's not tied down, so you think it's best to lie her flat. Maybe cover her in some blankets so she doesn't roll around too much.
This totally defeats what I was gonna do. I was just gonna tie a rope around her and Lucille and then just have her be dragged along the floor.
Yeah, that would not
It's been
damage
so
her.
nice to you.
What's
Why
wrong
would you
with
do
you?
this?
What's wrong with you?
This is great.
Once
The
that's
thing is,
dealt with,
You will
gotta
be
not
in a
nice to him in order to earn
blanket.
respect.
Alright, one at a time.
once that's dealt with AJ in there, and I'm just gonna get back in the cart. Or I mean, I'll be back in the car because covering and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for everyone else to get in so we can move and talk about it.
Yep.
What is this -3 to performance and persuasion?
Nerstein wants to do something. No, Cyrus wanting to. You said he wanted to wait an hour.
Can we technically take a short rest while in a carriage?
Yeah.
as
Everyone
long
except
as-
the driver.
Yeah, as long as no one else is. Yeah. Everyone else is
I
resting.
will,
Annex, you're on control. Selena, you're on
case-
control.
I'm going to return my morsels during this short rest.
I will, as part of my short rest, be check up on her, make sure she is alright, because she did not get harmed, because nobody said she did.
Who?
And then I will use Mage Hand to control the reins while I play the violin,
Nope.
hoping to rouse the sleeping
Nope.
woman from her sleep.
No, you are not mage handing a wagon.
No,
And
no,
besides, I
the
haven't
donkey.
shown anyone to drive.
Oh, then
The
you're not
donkey.
getting a short rest.
Yeah, I'm fine without the short rest.
Alright, who's getting a short rest?
I am, because I'm returning my morsels during it.
I'll keep driving.
I will
Probably.
rouse the maiden from her sleep with
You
the
fail.
violin atop the donkey.
I probably will have a short rest, but before the short rest, I am going to consume some sorcery points anyway.
If I was to take a wild guess, I imagine you'd be pissed
I know
off
they come back.
with me
I know they
when
come
I
back on a
am.
long rest, but actually, no, they come back on a long rest, not short rest. No, I'm not taking a short rest.
Annex Sarah will get everything back because she is a warlock.
Feel free to roll HP, and since Cyrus is driving, he cannot provide Song of Rest. So,
Okay.
So I can't.
not when you're. You could sing, I guess.
So how far are you driving? You just continuing along the trail, or you just going a little bit and stopping again?
Let's continue along the trail. Might as well make ground while we can.
You make yourselves at a metaphorical and physical junction, one way heading west and one way heading east.
We appear to be at a crossroads.
I've
Would I
used-
have any idea what direction? No, I wouldn't.
What?
Anyone else have any insight on this?
I
Otherwise,
can
I'm just
do
gonna
a
go.
history on what I know of this place, considering how long I may have been here. That's the best I can offer.
I don't think I
Sorry,
can.
I will do a history. Minus the 2, so that's 15. I got it. Effect needs to be off after an hour, so.
I'm probably gonna make a history check, but with disadvantage. I don't know anything about Gislane.
Like, does anybody have a map?
No one got a map.
You got a
No, but
world
that's
map,
why
you
I
don't
said
have a
because how
Gizlane
long I've
map.
been here.
I bought horses and carts. Someone else can bring the map next time.
I bought a donkey.
So what are you trying history for, exactly?
Nice.
Do you want to go first, Christine? Or?
No, you first.
Okay. So specifically due to the nature of my backstory for Gillardy and how long I may have been in Giz Lane, I'm doing a history to see if I may know which way they want to turn.
If they're going to Tide's favor, east. East. If they want to find out where the chickens are going, west.
Yeah, more. You know what I mean. So yeah, I'll relay that information specifically. Yeah.
My history check was just to see if I know if there's like anything to the east potentially, but like I made it with disadvantage because like she doesn't know anything about Gislane. Full stop. Like even though she lived in the area, she'd never left the capital. So I was just like wondering if there was like anything like that is to the east or like in the rough direction, like settlements or something.
Yeah, which way you guys are going? Like, unfortunately, yeah, with the 12, you know roughly where everything is. But yeah, it's, if you want to keep following the road and going east, you'll head towards Tide's Favor. West is where the chickens went.
Is this our problem?
The chickens? Probably not.
How long would we have to wait for? I mean, if you said like it's over time, like how long?
All right, I'll say with the roll you have from cockatrices, you know that at most probably a day.
Jesus. Okay. Just
I
sort of like
will. Did you want me to scout ahead?
No, I think we just continue going where we want to go.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I will sit atop Lucille, give her a stroke on the mane, and let her jingle her tail bell all the way through.
All right, so you keep heading towards Tide's Favor.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you continue traveling.
If we happen to find a roadside place to stop, might be worth considering for night's cover.
You pass a few houses as you're traveling. As you go, you do pass a handful more, but you don't see anyone else.
I will put the offer out to, was it Cyrus or Nerisian? Yeah, guiding the carriage.
Cyrus will be guiding the carriage. Nerisian has his donkey.
That's fair. Yeah, so Cyrus, at some point I'll put the offer out if you wanted to take a break yourself, and I'll just keep us going along the road.
It's fine.
Mhm.
I've done a lot of sitting around in my life, so I'm very much used to it.
Very well.
Yeah, you travel on. Like I said, you do see some more houses, but you don't see any more people for a bit. After an hour or two, it's more of the same. You just continue on to Tide's Favor, yeah?
You say houses with no one around.
Yeah, there's like in Gislane's very spread out. So like sometimes in the distance you'll see like a farm or like 3 or 4 houses in an area, but there are houses built along the road every so often. But the last few you've passed, you haven't seen any people around.
The next house we come across, I'd like to stop the carriage and see if there are any statues.
All right, about 10 minutes later, you come to another one that's like there's like a short little road that leads off to it. You can get off and you just walk up to it.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll let everyone know what I'm doing, because I have
Yeah.
a bad feeling.
Yeah, you get off and you start walking up to the house. You don't really see anyone. Do you just knock on the door? Do you walk around it? What are you doing?
No, I will walk around the premises. If I don't see anyone, I will attempt to enter without knocking.
All right, make a perception check. You don't see anyone. There's not really like any trees, or there's not very many trees in Gislane, so you don't really see any place that people could really hide. There's just the house. There's a little like veggie patch in the back and a small fence, like part of the one piece of wood's like fallen off of it, but there's no one around from what you can tell.
I'd like to enter the house, have a look in there. After I've done that, I want to have a look more in the farm section.
All right, you walk up to just like the back door or front door.
I've gone around the back. I assume back door.
All right, you go for the back door. It's unlocked, and yeah, you just go inside. You look around. You step into a kitchen. Pots and pans. Some sit on like a little station off to the side where there's a stove area built up. There's a table with a few like plates on it, but there's nothing there. No one there. Do you
I'll
keep
then
searching
go
the
out
house?
to yeah, I'll keep searching the house if it hasn't been
Right.
searched.
Yeah, you make your way out into like the next room, which is kind of like a little front area. There's like a dining table and stuff, and still completely empty. At this point, as you move in, you do notice the front door is slightly ajar, but no signs of anyone.
Is that the entire house searched?
It's not a very big place. Like, yeah, you walk through, there's like 2 rooms off to one side that probably look like bedrooms of some kind, but there's really just a kitchen, a lounge, and then like the bedrooms, and like an area to go to a toilet outside. But yeah, with that 8 perception, that's what you see.
It sucks. Oh, is it worth it? I will. Yeah, who needs spell slots? I will use my last second level spell slot to cast Detect Thoughts and search for thoughts within 30 feet of me.
You find none.
Okay, while I have 60 seconds of this active, I will make my way out towards the more farm area to see if I can't find anything.
Alright.
getting
You
strange.
move out to the little like gardenish area they have where you see some vegetables and stuff growing. Nothing. You move out to where like the grass is a bit longer. Nothing. The whole minute you spend moving around within 30 feet of you, you don't detect a single thought.
Okay. I'll
Make
go back.
another perception check. Anyone else can do anything as well while you're at it.
Fuck twos, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna sneak around town and look for the local hotspots, see if anything's booming.
It's just a house on a road, really.
Oh, it's literally just a house on the
A
road.
single house, like
Yeah.
a tiny bit off the road. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go in and have a look.
Yeah. This point, like Osiris is like left out the back, searching around with his detect thoughts. You walk in the front. The front door, like I said, it's ajar, so you just open and walk inside.
Yeah, I'm a search the house for anything of import, see if there's anybody home.
All right, make an investigation check or a perception of your choice.
Investigation or perception.
Depending on which one you do will depend on what I tell you. All right, you
23.
look around. You're trying to like see if there's any people around and anything of note. As you move through like the dining area, you just notice it's like sitting there. There's a pretty thin, like a thin layer of dust over everything, as it seems like no one's been there for a little while. You move into the kitchen area, and you notice that some of the pans and pots that are there do have traces of food still sitting in them, as if they weren't cleaned, and that same thin layer of dust, a little bit of mold growing in one of them. And as you're moving around, you do notice that, like stepping out to the back area where Osiris went, the back door has these like 3 little scratch marks about, well, for you it'd be about chest level.
How deep are the gashes? Are they small, large?
About the size of an Orisian-sized chicken claw.
Okay. Single layer house, I take it.
Yeah, it's not 2-story or anything.
Take it there's proverbial hooks on the coat racks. It looks like that the people haven't left here. It's just
Yep. You actually, looking at the 23 investigation, you look, it's like you see cloaks hanging up as if people would go out in like wet weather and stuff, still hanging up. You find beds unmade. Looks like no, people didn't just like leave here, prepared to travel or something. You find like a bag, like a backpack off on one area.
okay. Where were the scratch marks? Were they on the outside of the door or on the inside of the door?
On the outside.
Okay, so something was trying to get in. But that door's ajar. And I know this is kind of rude of me. I'm going to search to see if there's any loot in this house. Like gold, anything substantial.
Okay.
People,
that would take. I said that investigating this does take a little while. Is anyone else doing anything while he's searching the place?
I mainly want to keep my eye out just to see if I notice like any like of other those creatures like coming by while they're out, like just trying to not be caught by surprise by anything.
Make a perception.
Oh my god.
You're a bit preoccupied looking at the statue of your half sister at your feet.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
she has
That's
cat
fair.
whiskers on her face.
I would have cleaned that off.
Yeah, you've just finished wiping them off her face.
Yeah.
It was Sharpie.
I'll probably do a perception as well. I would have just moved up the front to keep an eye on the horses and
If
ahead
you
of
want
us,
to
I
keep it
guess.
on the person, you like cut the stone a bit so it's like cut into the skin.
All right, you're looking around. You're keeping your eye in the sky and around the areas. Given where you are and the direction those things left from, you watch particularly those ways, and it's rather open, so you think if anything came up to you so suddenly, you'd spot it well before it reached you. Osiris, you're out in the back, in the garden out back.
Yeah, I will make my way back to the cart. And so roughly what time of day is it? How much traveling would be now?
It'd be, with the hour you guys spent resting and traveling, it'd be approaching midday by now.
Yeah, probably around
We've still got a lot of traveling to do.
12, 1.
Now I'll head back to the carriage and say, well, it seems the people who did live here no longer occupy it.
And Nerisian, make me another investigation check.
Any signs of like maybe like scratch marks on the floor, like stone
Nah, it was
being
pretty
moved?
clean, actually.
Nerisian, you just find, well, looking through the house for valuables, the only things you find that are probably any value to you, you do find a dagger in one of the bedrooms. You find, like I said, a backpack with a small number of rations, and like 4 rations, equivalent of like non-perishable foodstuffs. And going through like that same bedroom, the knife, you under like a little drawer, you find like a little pouch with 3 gold in it.
Take the gold and the rations and the dagger. I will go and report my findings to Osiris. Looks
Yep.
like these people didn't leave in a hurry. It's almost like they never left at all. There's a couple scratch marks on the outside door, just over here. There's like food still in the pans. Everything's just covered in a thin layer of dust. It's like these people haven't left, but yet they're gone. So either they left in a hurry and just forgot to pack everything, or
Is this gonna be like? Is this something we should be worried about?
Probably.
Fair.
Weird question. What's tax like around these parts?
Tax?
Yeah,
I
like,
never paid tax, so
would they
I
pay
wouldn't know.
tax, so a tax collector would come out and find all this, and we don't have to report it and go out of our way.
Would I have any clue on that?
They have a mail system, and plus, the tax collectors are magic, probably, so they'd be bamfing all over the place.
Bam.
Collecting money every couple of days or so. So there is a tax.
Magic tax.
It's normal. It doesn't seem to be overpriced or anything. It seems to be standard living tax.
Yeah, it's not like they're taxing the smokes to the point where they can't like survive there. It's pretty standard taxation.
They can't survive normally.
Yeah. I more just mean, so someone will find this at some point who's like
Yeah.
official, and
Yeah.
we don't have to deal with it.
No.
Eventually, you think that someone will come by and find these empty houses you guys have passed.
If not you, other adventurers,
Other travelers.
officials, exactly, yeah.
What's the temperatures like in this area?
Hilly,
warm.
it's pretty warm right now. It's everything's very vibrant.
I mean, like, just in general, does it usually get cold in Ghislaine?
Cold at night.
Hmm.
It's summer at the moment. It's pretty standard, like Victorian weather. It's not gonna be. It's not overtly hot. It's probably like 25 degrees Celsius during the day. Maybe it drops down to like 10 at night during the summer.
That's fine. Nersian,
Yes.
seeing as you took it upon yourself to have a little look-see, did it seem like they had blankets that they wouldn't happen to need in there?
I'm literally gonna say this. It looks like that they either left in a hurry, the beds are unmade, there's probably some blankets in there.
Did any of us happen to bring proper things in case it does happen to get cold?
Yes, I do, because I'm cold-blooded.
Might I suggest we just go procure a couple extra?
It couldn't hurt. People who are here aren't going to use it.
That sounds good.
Everyone has sleeping bags. It's summertime. You're fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you got
no,
better
no, no.
roll.
We have bedrolls, yeah.
Also, grabbing some clothes we can rip off the cloth if we happen to need it.
Actually,
Hussein
you know what?
Hussein's
I'm gonna
not
grab
saying anything.
You know what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab a bed sheet. I'm gonna put it over the donk. I'm gonna put it over Lucille, so it's not gonna fucking
Yeah. So,
shiver at night. And also, I can probably ride on its back without barebacking it.
I'm gonna take this chance, AJ, to just go inside and have a quick look around. Perception up, I imagine.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure if none of them are following me, and that's the other thing I need to know.
Anyone else want to go inside, or is it just going to be Chef Guide?
Oh, yeah, you know.
Probably.
Yeah, the actual go.
Do you want to go on inside?
After searching the interior, I'd actually like to search the exterior of the house.
So you want to wander around like Osiris did.
So just me
Yeah.
going inside.
Yeah, you're the only one going inside. So what are you going to do? Sam?
Well,
well.
Tez is in free cam mode.
Yes? No?
Yeah, like in J mod, when you die,
Yeah.
Tez is in free cam mode at the moment.
She's no clipping.
Okay.
She's no clipping
well,
right now.
First off, seeing as none of them are following me in, I'm going to go to a spot where they won't overhear and briefly take care of that other thing, Darian.
Oh, just message me when you.
Yeah, I
wherever
already
you-
have.
Oh, I missed it. Let me
That
see.
was a while ago. I'm literally put that there in case. And after that, I'm just going to have a quick squiz to see if any of the clothes here would be appropriate for any of my endeavors.
There are clothes. There seems to be male, like workers' clothes. Yeah, they seem to be a bit larger than you. Probably someone between a large human / Goliath size. They seem reasonable.
Basically, it's just common clothes. Yeah.
Probably nothing that would be super useful for my fittings, but I will at the very least grab a blanket in case we happen to need it. At the very
Alright.
least, we can rip it up for, makeshift bandages if worst comes to worst.
Grab
Grab a blanket.
a blanket.
Yep. Well, that's my thing. Not sure how much a blanket would weigh, so...
Demi, roll your investigation, I guess.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No, you with your
Yeah, and from what I can tell.
nothing that's not backed up by what Osiris saw already.
But, I'll return outside shortly after. Probably just fold it up, blanket over my shoulder, and chuck it in the back of the carriage. Car.
Hang on. One sec. I'll go back inside. I'll also grab a blanket and I'll put that over Lucille.
Yeah, you grab a blanket and you put it over the horse.
The
Yeah.
donkey.
The
I had
donkey.
to say no to the clothes, sadly.
I'm not gonna
Beautiful.
bareback the donkey anymore.
I mean, a blanket can only do so much. It's not a leather seating that's formed to fit you.
You'd probably be able to use the blanket to make a makeshift saddle?
You can make like
No,
a nest.
It's
and
more
sit
to
on
keep
the
her
nest.
warm.
Okay.
In the summer? Sure. I'll reiterate it's summer again.
Yeah, but
For
we
the
won't
fifth
pretend about that.
time.
We're planning for the future.
As far as I know, these creatures are cold-blooded. They need to keep warm.
Alright, okay, yeah, just decide where you're going now, please.
What are you guys doing? You're all back in the cart. What are you doing?
If we're all here, I'm going to start going.
If you think we don't need to, then sure.
There's literally nothing here for us to do. Unless we double back, head across the other crossroads, and then what?
I have opinions.
You have opinions, but it's a shame
Yeah.
to start you.
I have no
Shame the
opinions.
stone
I
lady
have no-
has opinions. We can't ask them.
You don't have
Nobody
opinions. You
asked
only
you?
I
have
have opinion.
You
I'm
guys
sorry,
have all in
Selena.
mind,
Nobody
so-
asked you because we can't. Because you're stone.
creatures have opinions. That's amazing.
Look at it this way. Do you feel safe continuing on for your current location with the situation of your friend?
No, really, no. Like there were so many of them. What if there's more around here?
We have a cart. We can try to outrun them.
How fast were they running?
They were
40
flying
probably.
faster than you.
Yeah, they're flying about 40 feet a turn in terms of game terms.
Yeah, I just sort of hear that. I'm like, sure. We'll try that then.
It's very obvious you don't trust me, so I'll just let you make the decision.
She just sort of turns to Osiris.
I reckon we keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep going. It's not like that we're bad at killing things.
I didn't realize we brought a parrot along.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh my god.
So,
Would you like a fucking cracker, Osiris?
Okay, well,
So
In your
you're
head,
heading
you hear be very careful. Only your head.
So you're heading
as you continue
to
north,
Tide's favor, correct? Is that
You,
what
you
you're doing?
sense the feeling
Yeah.
of flipping you off.
As you all are heading off. What's the order of watch tonight?
I'll go
Uh,
first.
You sure?
You go first, second,
can't.
third, fourth.
Oh no, you take all the shifts.
How long does a watch last? Just kind of curious.
With the 5 of you, probably around 2 hours each. If you're doing singles.
I'll take midnight
Actually,
watch.
you know, I can take a night watch. I'll just eat a carrot casserole. And then remake it before I sleep.
I'll take early watch then.
Yeah, so I can get dark vision for up to 8 hours.
Alright, I'll have everyone roll a perception check then.
I just need to double check what spell is swapping.
Perception.
Where was it?
One from Annex as well.
Perceptione. 5, yep, still
as if I can
distracted.
cheat with the magic.
Huh?
You can just click at the top if you've clicked on the character.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
My passive perception's better than that. God damn.
Christine, as you're sort of just in your mind, nothing bad seems to happen overnight for everyone. Everyone's ever distracted by the situation you're in. But as Christine, you're just in your mind, just stressing out too much. You just hear, and you are awake now. So,
Would she still be covered in the
yes,
sheet or whatever? we
she zombies off with the sheet over her head.
Do I like? I feel like I'm still in the battle. I'm assuming. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't know that time has
It
passed.
basically pauses you in time, if
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
you would think like the energy just fight out of your hands.
So she's like still like because they covered me in blankets, so I like sit up like gasping for air.
Yeah.
And I'm completely covered in blankets, so it's like dark. I'm just like freaking out and just like flailing to get the blankets.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
It's
like
not
some-
immediately as wake up. This is just as like a couple of hours have passed during the day.
Yeah.
Like as they're traveling, but like things keeping an eye on you. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just immediate like relief, like seeing her like move and come back, and just immediate like goes for a hug.
they've blinded me. Oh no!
Someone's touching me with their permission! Quick,
Like-
choking grasp!
I'm assuming you pull the blanket off. So
Yeah,
she's,
yeah, of
like,
course, of course, of course.
She's disoriented. Like there's like the startings of like spells like at her fingertips. Like she's not shooting spells, but she's preparing.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
What? What?
Those creatures, they were, things, creation, they were necrotic made. They had the ability to turn to stone. I'm so worried.
How long has it been?
About what? Like,
24 hours.
yeah.
No.
It's been
about a day.
17 years.
It's been 18
It's been
years.
18. It's been 35 years. You were trapped in a coma.
Nathaniel is dead.
It's been a year and a half, actually.
Nathaniel rules Ghislaine now.
Next thing you could ask if hip hop is still a thing.
Oh, that's busy.
Claude has become the new leader of the Hobgoblins.
DMC still a band. Are they still together? Please. I need
No.
to.
No.
The Backstreet Boys are, in fact, back.
Okay,
Anyway.
enough of the dumb.
Okay. Only a day. All right.
Are you okay?
I think so. I'm kind of tired. I feel like I've used all of my energy.
Okay.
Is everyone,
Okay.
did anyone else get hurt?
No. I mean, they're fine. It's just you that stone.
All right. Okay. She just sort of like looks around amongst the people, sort of just like double checking anyway.
Everyone seems
Checks
to be
Christine.
alright. The 4 people in the cart seem to be... The 2 others in the cart seem to be fine. Osiris seems to be driving, and Miracine's behind the cart.
Do I still have the whiskers, or did Christine rub them
I
off?
would have got rid of that.
Okay, thank you.
He could have tried to make it permanent by literally scraping it in.
I could have, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. I know.
Be glad they didn't go with their other idea of cutting you up and then mending you back together.
What? They were going to cut me up?
I believe the idea was for easier transport.
Yeah, see, the thing was, we would put you in the bag of holding because you were technically a thing, and then we get you
Miracian.
out.
Is this your idea?
No. Who would think that? Fucking madman.
You hear in your head, Selena, it was absolutely his idea.
She like just whips around, like she has no idea what's going on. She sort of like whips around. I just had a voice in my head. Okay, I'm going to lie down.
Yeah, there's a blanket there. Feel free to use it.
Yeah, go to sleep. You look like you need some rest.
Thank you.
Good
She
to have you
just
back in the world of the living.
He's got really good hearing for being on a donkey.
Yes. Big ears. And I point to my big ears.
I thought they were horns.
No, there is. I don't have. I got horns too, but I have ears as well.
I'll keep this in mind. You'll make good horn stew one day.
She just sort of sits back on the blanket.
Try it, you fucking cat, and I'll rip you asunder.
Anyway,
You were saying
I'll,
Tess?
yeah.
Yeah, she just sort of sits down on the blankets and kind of like tries to rest.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add to the thing. Just relief mainly, just
I was
as it comes
muted.
out.
See, Christine?
I'm reading.
It was always going to be okay.
It's okay. I was just muted reading a paragraph. Oh, it's alright. I only went 1 second.
Ah!
Nice!
Oh my god.
So you're returning on your way towards Typhoeva. As you start journeying northeast, the land starts to flatten out. There's a lot less hills now. Houses and farms continue to start to pop up and continue to be a mixed bag of what you encounter. Occasionally it's a few houses with animals lying around. Other times you see a small collection surrounded by farmlands with only a single road leading towards them. The closest thing to a village or town Ghislaine probably gets. Rarely you see a single tower-like structure in the distance, the telltale signs of an arcane practitioner looking for their own privacy for their studies. And eventually, as 5 days have passed, you start to see the smoke. You start to smell the salt water in the air as you arrive in Tidesfavor.
Just to be a butt. Technically, 4 days because the cart. We did in fact that.
Yes, technically 4 days. Yes, for the cart.
Yep.
As morning light settles on the 4th day of travel, smoke pillars are seen rising from down the road. An hour later, the first buildings come into view. Many chimneys spewing smoke into the sky, continuing on as you see it. Tidesfavor, the northmost city of Ghislaine, having no walls of any kind, the city sort of just spreads out surrounding to the on lands. People can be seen all over, almost everyone dressed up in work clothes, though none of them seem to be working. Warehouses sit with doors wide open, carts and wagons sitting idle in the yards in the front. You pass sawmills that seem empty, no one working the saws. As you enter the city proper, this becomes more apparent. While there are shops, bakeries, smiths, and traders of all different kinds still working about the day, a heavy weight seems to lie over the city. Occasionally, you see small crowds gathered in squares and markets, different than the ones you've seen in Nillowell. They seem to be looking at some kind of notice posted in different squares, although no one seems to be too excited over it.
Are we able to
I
like
wish
peek
to
at the
investigate
notice?
the notice.
As you start to move closer, you can start hearing whispers. Do you really think anyone's going to... I've got to be kidding. I'm not going in there. I don't care what anyone says. And finally, mainly Norrison's able to squeeze past everyone with relative ease. You see, on a note, martially capable residents and travellers. The combined lumber companies of Type Favor are in need of assistance. If you believe you're up to the task, a journey to Falkrath Lumberyard. You'll be journeying to the Great Forest. Payment is 1,000 gold pieces, paid on completion.
I proceed to immediately take the notice, go back to the group.
You see the people watching the notice sort of just stare at you like, with you an idiot?
Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
I'm sorry. Did anyone else want to come with? I mean, I give them all a look.
Where are we
You
going?
notice- I'll say, as you notice, you look around and see, most of these people seem to be like travelers of other kinds as well, like whether rangers or mercenaries or caravan guards. But as you say that, like the crowd just starts to disperse immediately.
Fucking knew it. And then I go back to the rest of my group with the notice. So yeah. Here we go. Quest.
That's a lot of gold.
Yes. I'm not sure if that's each though.
I'm assuming it would have said so.
I mean,
It's a lump sum.
1,000 gold's 1,000 gold. It's enough for land burner tickets.
Oh, that's plenty. People seem a little strange at the moment.
Yeah, very strange.
All of us, correct?
Hmm?
This was pointed out to all of us, correct?
Yeah, he's run up and gone into the caravan and given this note to everyone. Lucier's probably tied up behind the cart, trotting behind it.
Was it just adventurers around here?
No,
Or
there's
dispersed,
traders.
or-
There's a whole variety of people. There's various traders, markets.
I'm
stalls,
going to
dealers.
approach. I'm going to leave the cart here to approach someone and ask who puts up these quests, bounties, whatever you want to call them.
Well, that quest was put up by the representative of all the lumberyards here. There's no official quest giver.
Any chance you could point me in the direction of said person?
Yeah, he points out a large sawmill-esque building a little bit towards the muddy edge of Tide's Favor. Towards the land bridge.
Many thanks. I will go ask some questions myself.
Have a good afternoon.
You too. And
Oh, boy.
I'll head off whether the party likes it or not. I'm going to ask questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead as well.
Oh, you're following? Cool.
Can we even see this happen, or did you just
Yeah.
go on to it on your own?
I mean, I didn't stealth away. I literally got out of the cart and walked over to the nearest merchant trader.
If I heard any of that, I'm gonna come with as well.
Can we have a long rest, please?
Yes.
Oh, you definitely have
We've
long rest.
definitely had one.
Yeah, it's just
He
not been
Four
ticked.
days.
just wants me to add
Have
it. He
the
just wants me
effect,
to add. He just wants me to add it.
Yeah, he just wants to be ticked off.
Thank you.
As
I should
you
remove petrified on final.
As you follow the directions of the notice, you make your way to the warehouse near the muddy edge of Tide's Favor. As a land bridge that connects Gizlane to the rest of Voneutia comes into view, you see a muddy swath of land that stretches forth. At the other end, you see the Great Forest, and it's near endless massive trees. Following the edge of town, you come across a massive warehouse, several times larger than the other ones on the other side of town. And just off to one side is a small two-story building with the words Falkrath Lumberyard engraved on the door.
This must be the Valkyrie Lumberyard.
Perhaps. Anyway, I guess I'll go knock on the door to see if the I guess lumber warden is here.
Lumber Warden.
Yes.
Would be called that actually.
You just
I'm not
hear,
sure what the correct term is, so
you just hear, "Come in."
I will enter in. Excuse me. Would you happen to be the one that put up the job regarding the going into the Great Forest?
As you look around, you see this bored-looking blue kobold just like messing around with papers, and as you speak, is at the quest. He looks up and is like, "Oh, I don't think anyone was actually gonna come."
Well, of course we would.
Disregarding that, before I'd even do it, I actually had some questions as to why. Well, for one, I'm just kind of curious why such a high reward, considering there's not many details.
This is it's a lumberyard, sir. You can roll. Anyone from Ghislaine can roll with advantage, and you can roll intelligence.
Intelligence.
So it's just
I'm
intelligence.
not from Ghislaine, I don't think so.
Just intelligence.
Industry.
Those rolls today.
Just
Makes
a
sense,
straight
right?
intelligence roll or history?
It really doesn't make
Straight
sense, but
intelligence. Alright, so Nerissa and Christine. Nerissa, you sort of got this from like news. Christine, this is something you've studied. Tide's Favor is the number one, and by number one we mean only site to get lumber. Good lumber for Ghislaine. You know that the land bridge is only accessible for 6 months of the year. So when it's applicable for them to start getting lumber, like this season, they need to do a lot of it quickly so they can do the rest of the stuff over the year. So if something is hindering that, it doesn't seem wild that this price is so high.
that's a huge problem.
Selena doesn't know anything about this sort of stuff.
Which is
She
weird,
never
because
thought
you
about
should.
it.
Do the others happen to explain that,
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the seems to be the only place where you can actually get lumber for the entirety of Ghislaine, so...
It might be 4 months. Where well, lean on 5 months of the year they can go do this for now until we
makes
And,
remember.
sense.
with the land itself, it can kind of tide over and cut it off from the mainland. It makes it, they won't be able to actually go get the lumber. That's why it's really important.
Okay, well, while I understand that, I suppose I'll be a bit more direct with the questioning since I wasn't so obvious. What exactly are we going to be doing within that great forest? Are we helping you get lumber? Are we hunting down something in particular? And if so, what does that thing happen to be?
That seems like a matter of just talking to the boss. I am just the receptionist here.
That's what I was asking for. Could you point us in the right way then?
You can sit down
Please.
and wait as we set a meeting up.
Thank you very much for your patience. And I sit down.
And he goes off, and he seems to make you wait like an extra half hour just because
Oh,
some
Not even
attitude
gonna
was
let me try and
thrown.
persuade
Yeah,
you out of this one.
don't
No.
fucking piss off the kobold, man.
Realize something.
what?
What did you just realize?
The Great Forest is. Pretty sure this is a location for a trial. I mean, this place is
Where?
rather large, so. It's all I know is that it's located in the Great Forest.
I'm just looking cluelessly at you because I have no idea what you're on about.
I mean,
It's-
like,
I
depending on what it could be, the issue is like maybe it could have, maybe potentially it come from the trial, like that's disrupting things, something unearthed maybe.
maybe not. Maybe.
I don't know.
I probably haven't mentioned this to you. We haven't really had much time to speak. Do you know anything about the Diverging priestesses?
Was that aimed at me?
Yes.
It couldn't be. Then
what?
who?
No.
No.
No. Never heard of such a thing. Sorry.
That's fair. It's a little bit obscure. I'm studying and training to follow the Diverging priestess path, and in doing so, I must find multiple trials around the world.
That sounds quite I want to say an exciting life, but it also sounds rather dangerous.
It
This
is.
one was interesting, but almost drowned. But that's another story.
Was my brother of any use during that trial?
He
Yes,
was.
actually, he pulled me out of the drowning bubble. He was very useful.
Well, that does sound like something he would do.
He was also the only one who figured out one of the. There was a room that had you had to figure out spell names and riddles, and he was the only one who really figured out one of the riddles.
It'll be nice to see him again someday.
Yes, I agree.
If you can find him.
I'm
As-
sure he's okay.
At the end of this,
Kitty McWhiskins was the best pet ever.
at
He
the
gave
end
me
of
rides on
this,
his back.
at the end of this 30 minutes, you hear a loud noise come from upstairs as then a red dragonborn seems to like come down the stairs in quite a hurry, out of breath.
Slow
Well,
down there, Scalemate.
I did not actually expect anyone to come here. Welcome to Falkreath Lumberyard. My name is Mr. Falkreath.
Oh,
Ah,
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Now come, let's go sit down somewhere of a proper meeting. Follow me. He
Gladly.
leads you out through a door off to the side.
I'll follow.
Yeah, you enter a meeting room. It's got like a desk and chairs around it. Nothing really that interesting about it. You'll sit down and he goes, alrighty, well, as I said, I was really hoping someone would show up, but and then I immediately lose my notes because I'm holding a button down.
Have you not had people coming by? I mean, it seems like a decent reward.
Oh, well, yes, but no one is willing to take the bait. So, you've seen the notice then, I guess, as he waves over when you're holding. Now, I'll just cut to the chase. The job is very simple. It's time is of the essence. You probably heard the news. There's no lumbers passed through Todd's favor recently, and that is because a bunch of damnable trees have decided to attack our loggers. So, like I said, job is simple. Go to the forest, find out what's been attacking our loggers, make it stop. I don't care how. You kill it, you talk to it, you have sex with it. Just make it stop so we can get back to work.
Do you
You're my kind of dragonborn, dear sir.
Not everyone's.
do you know what's been attacking them?
Trees.
Like
Trees.
living trees.
Probably. They keep saying the trees keep coming at them. So you just find out whatever's making the trees come at them, make it stop coming at them. Now,
And
payment will
we
be
can't
handled.
just burn it down, correct?
You can try. It won't work. Trust me that. But as that payment will be handled as soon as the first shipment of lumber comes back safely, which takes a single day. So what I'm telling you here, I don't want to get this confused. You come back here, you tell us it's done. We send our boys in, and when they come back in the afternoon saying it was fine, then we pay you. Okay? Any other questions?
1,000 gold pieces in bulk, or 1,000 gold pieces per member of our party?
1,000 gold pieces total. The note
Eh,
says
it's fair enough.
1,000 gold pieces.
That is
Any
quite
chance-
reasonable.
Any chance I could get you to chuck in a night's worth of dinner?
Roll a persuasion check. You know what? If you can, if you can get this all sorted, you can go. I will take you to my favorite inn in town. I will pay for a meal for you.
Sounds like a good
I
deal.
don't
then.
care. So, questions? And he looks around the group.
Where precisely in the Great Forest will we be venturing to?
That's up to you to figure out.
You said that fire, it doesn't seem to work. Is that like the truth? Like fire wasn't harming them?
He looks over you, but he goes, "Oh, sorry. I've lived here for so long. I'm just kind of used to it. You probably notice a lot of folks in town not too comfortable around the forest, not wanting to go there. The forest is a strange place. We only go around the edges of it. You don't go too far into it, and I would not recommend trying to burn it down.
Why?
It's a very
Looks at the
strange.
ecosystem.
I've seen people walk in. As soon as you lose sight of them, they disappear. Then they come back up a couple of days later, saying they came out. They walked in. As soon as they lost sight of the water, they walked out, and they were almost near the desert.
Oh,
Well, I'm convinced I just need to go get my hands on a hand crossbow, potentially.
could I Oh, sorry.
Have there been? You did say that this has been going on for some time. Have you lost any men?
Luckily, no one's died just yet. A few of our boys got hurt, but they made it back alive. They've been taken care of.
Okay, so no one's missing. Okay, that's good.
Could I be able to like make a history check on the Great Forest?
Yeah, go for it. Anyone else
Uh,
who wants to as well can make it. Just a straight check.
Yeah, I think I will.
13.
10, 16.
Is that everyone? No one else wants to roll?
I'm not there. I'm still with the horses in the.
Oh, you're
car.
staying with them?
Oh, I thought you were with everyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
otherwise someone will probably take it.
All right. Well,
You got a point.
Selena, you definitely know. It's everyone knows at least a little bit about it. The Great Forest is one of those. It's like it's one of the constants of the continent. Everyone kind of knows about it because it's a big ass. It's like one of the only massive forests on the continent. It is considered to be pretty damn magical. Travelers, there's always tales of people going in there and never coming back. There's tales of people going in there and then they come back and they're younger or they're older.
Oh,
There's to Selena, you know from studies and you've done that it's where the fauns live. There's not very many fauns that journey around the world, but some do, and they live in the Great Forest, though no one knows where. And aside from that, you guys know that it's pretty common to say the deeper you go in the forest, the more dangerous things are said to get. And then on the far side of the forest is a swamp that is very, very like a do not go here kind of place.
interesting.
Would that swamp be the festering mire, or would it be actual swamp inside the forest?
Yeah, it is the festering mire, but it's on the map you can see it, but
Yeah.
yeah, people don't go there, and people say don't. People then say don't go there as well.
Okay.
Come to think of it, I'm looking around. I definitely have noticed by this point that Cyrus ain't with us, yeah?
Yeah.
This might be another odd question, but slightly unrelated to the actual job. Would there be a safe place we could happen to leave animals?
If you got some you don't want to take with you, there's inns in town. You can hire a stable or somewhere to keep them there. And hey, how about this? You get a stable, you got to pay it up front, but if you come back, I will reimburse that stable. Just bring a receipt.
You sure you weren't born with a silver tongue?
Boy, I'm born with a red everything. As he flashes his red scales.
Yeah. You know, I always heard shitty things about red scales, but man, you're one of the most swell fellas I've ever met.
Well, on that note, I think this is more than a reasonable request. We'll reconvene with our friend who's waiting with the horses, and we'll see what we can do. But I'm sure everyone here seems to be in agreement that we can attempt to help.
Alrighty, well, if you're all down to help out, I just got a few things for you. And he reaches into like a little setch under the table and pulls out some sheets of paper. And he goes, I just need y'all to sign on this here so I can make sure you agree to the terms and conditions of the agreement.
Okay, I'm going to thoroughly read through said terms and conditions of the agreement before signing.
Yep. It's pretty standard. It's a contract. It basically just says that it basically does the job. You'll go into the forest, you will deal with the problem there in whatever way you see fit, and then you'll return back. Payment will be, it goes through the payment again, saying that you'll be paid once they've confirmed a shipment of lumber has gone out, gotten collected, and come back safely. And that in case the problem arises again and it seems of a similar nature, then you will be held responsible for the costs of that. And also, they take no responsibility for any deaths or injuries that occur due to this work.
So
Yeah,
we'll be responsible if they try to go in and have something happen to them.
Yeah, of a similar nature. If
it's
it's like
basically like
completely
saying,
different, then we've done our job.
Yeah, it's like saying if you go in there, do something, come back and say, "Hey, we finished it. It's done." And then they go in there and they come back and say, "Yeah, cool, it's fine." And then like in a week, it starts happening again. They basically say that you're responsible to either fix the problem or pay back the money.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because then technically you didn't complete the job.
There's plenty of ways to be able to
However,
find her. in Ghislaine.
However, if we like fix the problem and then an entirely new different problem comes up, that's not our problem. We already fixed one. It's
Yeah.
someone else's problem.
It specifically says if the same issue occurs. Yeah.
I'll sign in Draconic.
I'll also sign in Draconic.
I'll sign in common.
I will point out when I'm signing in Draconic, I'm writing down Ardiga.
Ah,
Well, yeah, you're right. Each of you, I'm assuming everyone signs except for Osiris, who's not there.
we have another member of our party. He's currently with the animals. Is it okay if I take said documentation to him, get him to sign, and I'll bring it back?
If you can be back within 10 minutes, I'd be more than happy to oblige, or you can just bring him here. I'll wait if you would like.
I don't know if Christine knows how to do his proper signature.
It's just signing a name.
Yeah, but
I mean, I can get going and go grab him now.
I don't think she likes to really use the last name. That's the problem.
You know what? I'll do that. I'm gonna head out and...
Christine. That is her full name.
No. You
So you're
should
going
probably-
and getting Osiris?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk back and tell Cyrus to follow with the cart.
Yeah, basically, he's just like, he has parked out front, pretty much.
Yeah. Or I'll tell him to head in and I'll guard the cart.
Alright. I head in.
Yeah, you go in, you follow the directions. It's not very hard to find them. You see the place, you see the same contract. He just goes,
Same
you
rundown.
must be the last member here. Nice to meet you. Just sign on that line there and you'll be all good.
Annex is with
I will also relay and explain what information we got for service.
Okay, I do have a question then. In regards with this contract, it seems that you've stated that if something were to happen at a later date that you might think is related to the issue that we've cleared, why is it on you to make that call?
Son, trees haven't come alive before and started trying to kill our men. So if they come back alive after you said you dealt with the problem, then clearly you didn't deal with the problem.
Alright, but in regards with that, what if the problem is far bigger than what you were initially paying us for? Because if we were to clear something like that and it ends up being this huge topic entirely,
If it ends up being a
what do
bigger
we get?
problem than we're paying for you, that's what the contract's for. We're agreeing to this task. If it's bigger than you think, you can come back here and argue with us, and we'll see if we can renegotiate with you. But that is yet to be seen. From what we've seen, it's a few trees and a few problems. Start those few trees and problems out for good, and then money's yours.
fair enough. I just wanted to put it out there that not everything is always as it seems.
Especially when you're dealing with the forest.
That is very much true. And I will sign the contract.
Cool. Yeah, there's not much else. You'll sign. If anyone else has any questions, you can ask, but you can make your way outside. And it's approaching midday at this point, a little after, probably about 3 or 4 p.m.
Just to mention, I probably only signed it with my first name. She doesn't want to use her last name.
Yeah, it's not like a magical signature or anything. It's just a regular.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna go to the local watering hole or the inn, and I'm gonna have a chat with a couple of the workers, see what we're dealing with.
I assume we're probably heading out first thing in the morning, right?
Be best to get a night's rest before this journey.
If that's the case, then wherever we're staying, I will try and help them out for a bit of the night to cover my fair share. And that would be a persuasion roll again.
Yep.
Same for you, Demi.
Could we assume what you're gonna do, Demi?
Fuck.
You go and try to talk to some Goliaths that are working, and they're just you're going to the forest. Good luck.
I'm gonna go and sort of ask a few people around the bar as well if they know anything, if they've heard anything.
Was that to me, AJ?
To Nursing.
Could I use my by popular demand feature in order to get free lodging for performing?
The entertainer's background thing.
You can
Yep.
try and roll entertainers. Yes, you can. You and Chef Golade can pay for your rooms tonight with work.
I'd like to find a stable to house my horse.
I would
You
just
can
go
find-
with Osiris.
You can find an inn that has a stable as well, and for a few gold, they'll watch the horses and cart for you.
Make sure to get a receipt as well for it, just in case.
Yeah, 1 gold per day that you want it watched.
Oh, but I literally just paid by card and asked for no receipt. Can you guys reprint another receipt for me? Anyone else have that problem?
I'm sorry, you paid by card? What card did you pay by?
No, card. You guys have my card.
Oh, that's your car. I thought that was his car. Okay, yeah, I can get you a receipt for that.
Thank you very much.
My day's made today.
Do you have the customer number?
Yeah, 1.
Loyalty number, please.
Alright,
What do
One
you...
last thing, AJ, if I may.
Mhm.
At the very end of the night, after working for essentially lodging,
Mhm.
could would there happen to be any Tabaxi or Leonin around?
Not this far. There's a
Not
couple.
really.
Just any non-human race, I guess.
There's plenty of non-human races.
Go
Then
on.
I'm just gonna walk up to some and try to convince them to come spend the night with me
Roll-
for a small price.
roll-
Well, they're paying me, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, you're whoring yourself out. That's cute.
Persuasion?
What's your
That's-
prices?
Yeah, well, how much are you asking?
Fairly cheap.
What's fairly
You,
cheap?
You name a price what you think is worth it.
1 copper.
Nothing?
Go a little higher than that. Sorry, sweetie.
I can just go to the brothel down the road, buddy.
1 hunk of iron. Hold up a hunk of iron. It's fucking worthless.
Thank fuck I'm not there.
Either you just tell me your rates, or we're not doing
Then
anything.
let's start cheap. How about 5 silver? Anything goes.
I feel like you don't know what cheap is.
Sure.
Done deal.
You go.
I'm mostly putting it at that so I don't have to spend the night with the rest of you.
You go and you go and sleep with a tiefling man.
Thank you. That's
Constitution saving throw to sleep. You disappoint him in bed.
There's a constitution-based performance check, Dimitri, first of all. Anyway, Selena, what were you asking?
I was just asking, like I rolled a persuasion just to see if I could like talk to some of the people in the bar and see if anyone else knows anything that we weren't told by the quest giver.
About this specific thing, or about the
About the trees.
the forest? About the trees.
Not the forest. Yeah, just the like anything strange happening in there. See if I can find anything I don't like. We didn't already sort of hear.
There are some. There are rumors that there is a group of people that come up to you. They seem. There's rumors that there's been groups of like travelers in the forest that come up to you and like want to talk and interact with you, and they're just really weird.
There's rumors of people coming up to.
Yeah, yeah, just random travelers going through the forest. There seems to be a group in the forest that just comes up to them and wants to hang out. And it's just they're just very weird.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, she just like thanks the whoever has told her that information. She's just like politely thanks them.
Alright.
Anything else for the night people want to do before they make it to the next morning?
There is one thing I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's another thing that I have to do.
Okay. One of you go first.
I'm going first. You can wait, Dimmy.
Okay.
Fucking okay.
I would like to not have anyone around me, like walk outside, no one's out, and cast detect thoughts to see if I can't sense the other presence in my head.
Okay.
Oh.
Um.
Detect my own thoughts.
Roll a roll the saving throw against yourself. Like, roll the saving throw for you. Right, you fail. As you sort of dig deep into your mind, it's... Oh, that's a success, sorry.
Yeah, actually, it's a success.
Sorry. As you, like, dig deep, you find it hard to go deeper within your thoughts, trying to see something that you don't know is there, sort of deal. Like, you know it's there, but you don't know where it is, and you're probing around. At one point, you just see, like, at some memory in the past, probably while you're at Barter College, it just seems to be inaccessible to you. There seems to be, like, a barrier of mental energy projecting it away, projecting you to not pierce this little bubble that's surrounding this one memory.
Okay. Does it seem like, because I'm sort of familiar with this spell, that it's a result of not trying hard enough, or just something that probably won't happen?
The former...
Just specify that, like, as in you're not trying hard enough to dig into your own mind, or like something that you can't break. This is using a very interesting twist of spell, because it's really not the way that detect thoughts would normally be used. Turning on yourself is very foreign even to you. Searching your own mind for another intelligent being, it's more like you're trying to do something that is very not what the spell is intended to do, and you just can't seem to get a grasp on what you're going for.
Okay. Oh, well, I thought I'd give it a go.
Good. It was very interesting. Made me think a bit.
Maybe have a think.
Same.
Nerisian?
Am I allowed to goggles of day vision this shit up and try?
Technically, because you would have had a full day, yes.
16!
You get your latchings working, now you're working on the actual, the protective side of it now.
Yes.
So you've got a harness ready for your head. Now, we're at 3.5 hours. Do you guys want to continue on? End here? We'll leave it to you guys.
I mean, if
fine
we're
with
going
either or.
straight to the forest next time, it's not a bad ending point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here
I think
seems
there'll
pretty
be a lot
good.
in there.
Alright?
Like, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Waiting. Like,
As you all go to sleep, rest up, do your nightly
Have a great night.
activities. I don't know, did you make a constitution-based performance check?
You didn't fucking... I didn't know if you're actually asking me to or not. Con performance, right?
Yeah, it was alright.
What's con normally again? I forgot. Charisma, isn't it?
Yeah, it's usually charisma. It's
Yeah,
alright.
percent check.
Sex is sex.
That's why I said. I was anything open. If you want a different race, you could ask.
I will hand out your XP for the event that you had, real quick.
the stone.
The chickens.
Seeing as Selena didn't technically was a character while it was completed, does she technically not get the experience?
If you wanna stop her from getting 150 XP, then you tell that to her face.
Can we split that between the 5 of us?
You guys want 180 and want to give nothing to Selena? You can ask Tez when she comes down in August to her face.
Would I also go down and have to stay in the same place?
Yeah, go
To
for it.
my face.
To her face. Go ahead.
Aw, can't handle that.
As you all rest up in the evening, have a long rest, you all get ready. Let me just advance time ahead 5 days at this point. It is now 7th sun, the 12th of Croy. As you all rest up, you all wake up the next day. Are you taking your cart into the forest with you?
No, I would probably say no. But
No. I hate that shit. I'm not fucking losing it. That shit was expensive. I have no money left.
As the lot of you start squelching your way across the land bridge, as you embrace the great forest, that's where we'll end the session for the night.
Nice.
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 Nice. See, we didn't have any depression.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
I got out early.
You found it. You found
I'm
the
proud of
depression.
I found it. I mean,
Sure.
I had to say goodbye.
I'm proud of you for making a happy session for yourself.
I don't know. Seeing my sister kind of petrified in front of me
What?
doesn't emote happiness.
You were. She could have
It's
not
not
come
good.
back.
Just throw me away.
There might be consequences to some actions you've picked today.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
I mean, that's how actions work.
Or there
Yeah.
might
I
not
would
be
assume-
actions to consequences.
I could tell Selena would have been like, "Let's do this." But
As we, yeah, how'd everyone like session?
I've had fun.
Look.
I
Did
liked
you?
it when I'm a stone person.
Thanks for putting out with me attempting to be a charisma user.
Everyone, yeah, that was a good time. My phone went bleep, 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 bleep. Thanks.
I liked the bit where I did.
It's a shame.
one at a time.
It was a
I liked the bit where I wasn't cut up to pieces.
Yeah, as soon as someone suggests, I was like, "Why? Why would
That
you
would have
say
been
that?"
amusing, but
Not for me.
yeah, no. While
like
it would have been an
3% of my
amusing
character.
D&D moment, I think it would have just pissed you off out of character.
I would have been genuinely sad. I've drawn
It-
Selena like 3 times.
Oh,
As,
That's how much I love this character.
Now you get to use only grey.
Yeah.
That's fair, you know,
I
like
like it,
it's a lot easier to work with.
you can have a pose that you make of her, just draw her completely grey.
Petrification is not death, it's just, you know, you don't get to play your character.
Right. Are you doing
Yeah,
your
that's the
ending at
worst
stream?
part though, is that you're dead, but you're not.
Yeah,
Um,
let's let AJ finish the stream.
But yeah, tomorrow we'll be live with some more Nier Automata on the sea route. I'm going to end that, and that's going to be switching over to Yakuza when we finish that route. Wednesday, more Pokemon. Thursday, we don't fucking know. We finished
have
Zelda.
ideas.
We finished Zelda. We're done with it for now.
Yeah.
Next
but
year is Four Swords. I'm calling it
I
now.
mean,
Next year, I'm
we
not
may-
doing
we
this
may
shit
do
again.
it earlier.
Majora's Mask.
we may do it earlier.
No, next year.
Yeah.
I
may
That's
do it
only
earlier.
6 months away. You're fine.
I don't know how much I'll be able to play next year.
Yeah, we may do it earlier, AJ.
No.
AJ, we may
Oats.
need to do it earlier.
Oats can play.
Oh, Oats can take my spot when I
Why
come
not
to
just
be
a
there.
group Nuzlocke again? You know,
Are you
that's
serious?
fun.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
First time through Zelda.
next week, session 15? No, session 20!
14.
We're in the double digits! Session 20 of Icewind Dale around with the Frost Maiden.
Oh, damn.
They also have actions to their consequences that they all found out last week. It was very sad.
What are consequences?
We'll find out. We'll find out when you finish that area.
Thanks.
And then we'll be back with this session 14 in 2 weeks' time for Echoes of the Forgotten. Thanks for joining us. Don't do drugs. Stay in school. Or don't. I'm not your dad, but I love you anyway. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.